Is this thing on? I have no idea. Well, good evening, Hostel. Good evening, Patriot Defense. Good evening, Black Rose. How are you all this fine evening? Hello, Silver Diamond. Hello, Miss Joe. How is everybody this evening? I was going to see if I could find some ambiance. Well, hello, Lady Witch. Oh, Silver, not much. Just internet boogery that was happening. That volume should be low enough. I hope. So you guys can hear. Yeah, I mean, it's major for some and minor for others. Uh, you know. Oh, Lady Witch. Oh, but there were streams galore. Yes. Yeah, I've seen more of it a few times over the years. Most recently, uh, I caught the end of one of his streams early the other morning. Yeah. There's a lot of those. A lot of those around here. Can y'all hear that thunder? What's up, Zero?
Hey, good evening.
Oh, hold up. Hang on.
Ooh, thunder. Is that
Yeah.
actually going on outside?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
hell
Yeah.
yeah. Can we put the camera facing if you got a window?
Well, the only camera I've got in here is, well, I guess I can. Well, you're not going to see anything. It's just going to be black.
No, like the lightning spider webs or.
Let me see.
Oh, I hear the thunder. Oh man, I love thunderstorms.
Yeah, if I had one of my cameras is at work in my toolbox and the other one's out in the truck, and I don't want to
Oh
go
no,
out into the truck.
no, you're good. Oh, Terry.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear the boop.
Another one that treats me like a peasant.
Good evening.
But I see what
Well,
you're
he's-
doing. You're trying to avoid inspection because I haven't audited that channel yet. You know?
Well,
At least this is kind of straightforward. That last thing was, I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Yeah.
It
Call it the
basically
Abe
killed my phone.
experience. That was
hey, Liz. Yeah, it seemed like there was a bit of a tiff going on over there over the quality, I suppose, of the.
The quality of shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you get for free? You know, it's what you pay for.
free? No, come on, even free. Well,
But then this motherfucker, the funniest shit was that he only has like 1 or 2 hours or something in the trial.
it's
and
like,
then
oh, I got
it's
30
very-
hours, 5 minutes left. Yeah, you got a free trial. Then you get it for what? $1? Fuck that.
I don't remember on Prism. I think Prism you could go for as long as you wanted to. So I don't know how he fucked that up, but
That was emu or eczema or whatever the shit it was
Eskimo,
called.
yeah.
eczema. It's itchy. Six-packer. Well, guys, I apologize. I mean, I cannot mute the elements outside.
No, you're
so.
good, man. I love hearing that. So,
No, I think you gotta move.
Right.
Oh, hello,
got a
Silver Diamond.
basement? Maybe
No,
you
we
want
don't.
it? It'll
No,
be
we don't.
much
We don't have
surprised.
basements.
Hmm.
No
Oh,
basement.
that's the next thing I gotta
Oh,
look into.
basement. You have a shovel, right? Make a basement.
I have the shovel. I just
dog.
don't have the time, unfortunately.
Get a couple puppies, they'll dig them for you.
A couple what?
Puppies.
Oh, because on the ground. Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, the puppy I do have is, like 120 in dog years, and she's snuggled with all of her babies under a blanket in terror right now. So
Yeah, she's. Oh well, I'm surprised that she's anywhere but like a corner into like the weirdest spot.
kind of out here
the
on my
house.
own.
I'm gonna wedge right between the toilet, this and that. No, I'm
Silver,
stuck
is that you?
That would be me. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
Oh, the old one has arrived.
The old one has arrived. Yes, thank you.
The ancient one.
Silver, I'm gonna turn your mic down just a little bit because it seems a
Okay.
bit hot. Okay.
Sure, do what you got to do.
All right.
One was hot as shit from that last thing.
Yeah. So, what was it like in the back over there?
Oh,
It
dude, first of
my
all, this
phone.
fucking app. So the only thing that's cool about that, right? The only one thing is like if you're in the basement
Hey, Liz.
and
Liz.
you, hello, Liz, and you're not on panel, you can talk amongst each other, the ones who are in the basement, so they can
Oh,
talk
wow.
with each other. That's kind of cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I was gonna mute it because you guys are trying to talk and it's
No,
fucking
hey,
like.
let
No,
that
leave
play
it
out.
alone.
What's up,
All
Liz?
right, I'll leave it up.
Thunder is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
other than that, dude, it was strange. It was an
He couldn't
experience.
figure out how
And
to
I
leave it
still
in.
think he was fucking around with Flying Monkey. I'm not sure, but I think
Yeah. Well, I think
Who's Flying Monkey? I don't know that one.
So,
Is-
so Connie was on a bender tonight.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, screaming about
Again.
how if he wasn't getting donos, then no one else should either.
Oh yeah, I was
Again.
watching some of that.
Who can I donate to real quick?
I think the thing what Kanye doesn't realize is like so there's some new cows on the market and his time in the limelight is not as bright anymore. You know?
Right, Lady Witch.
Well,
the only
not-
problem is I can't regulate the volume of it. It's
No,
loud
turn
as
that up. Let's go outside. Well, no, you don't go outside.
Oh yeah, dude, do you have a metal rod or something?
I have one in my right femur. Yes, I do.
Very nice. Go
Oh,
outside
no.
and take another one and hold it up and stream that shit. Makes you go viral.
Yes. It's funny how you pronounce it, viral. Like it's yes, I'll definitely be wired up. That's for sure.
No donos for Connie. No, nobody should donate to Connie.
Nobody
He
even
was
cares.
screaming so hard. He told me, he said, "You can handle it. You're fine, Elizabeth K. Get out
I
of
saw
here."
I saw that. I was in the chat. I was in the chat when he blocked you. I was gonna unhide you, and I thought, well, I mean, I don't want to lose my wrench just yet because I was gonna start unhiding everybody. But
Okay, now I'm
Well,
totally
somebody should have
jealous.
let me know. I would have. I don't even know why the hell I even have a wrench in there to begin with. But
because Zero, I paid for everybody to have wrenches. Don't you know? Haven't you heard him thanking me relentlessly for the 10 and $20 here and there?
No, he was like, "Oh, what's this with Zero? Because apparently he's such a great guy. Let's see what he'll do with a wrench." I'm like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?" I
So
mean,
you got the time it back guy now. You're like the count from Sesame Street. You know? It's like
I know.
thunder.
Oh,
He
I
said-
can hear the
He
rain.
said,
That
"If I
may be
go the
hail.
rest of the month and not get any donos, I'm not."
Well, I recorded that because I was gonna make sound clips, and then Monkey went live out of it. But I heard him say, "I've survived without donos," and I'm like,
And you're gonna
I'm like,
survive a lot
as
longer
you've
without him.
been doing
Okay,
this
okay,
entire
okay. I'd be like, "Okay, motherfucker, let's survive without donos, SSI, and your mom's Section 8, you little fuck."
Yep.
she is
Oh,
his
well,
biggest
then I
donor.
guess
You
you're
know.
kind of screwed there, huh?
I signed up for Section 8 one time.
Yeah, he
when I
gets
went-
donos.
when I was
Ellen
young.
gets him donos.
No, I signed up for Section 8 a long time ago, and I was on the waiting list for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I went to the orientation. And
There's an
that's
orientation.
where they
Ooh.
tell you what you can and cannot do. And I
Yeah.
just went, yep, nope, and walked out.
And he basically broke every
Like, oh,
last one of
hell
those.
no, you're not going to tell me where I can and cannot live or what I can and cannot do on where I live.
Yeah.
That's what they do. So I was like, nope, I'm out. And
Most people end up
did.
breaking that shit anyways. I mean, regardless. I had a few friends that were on it. But, you know, they also had medical around that time. It wasn't recreational. But that was about it.
If all the
Didn't like smoke cigarettes or
plug
anything.
plates, if any plug plate is missing, you could not rent that apartment, no matter what. If just a
What?
plug plate was missing in an apartment, Section 8 would turn you down to rent that place. Yeah,
Wow.
it was dumb. Really
I
dumb.
thought that'd only be like the military, like the loans for military and shit. Because my sister did that, and there was something with like whatever it was to being approved through this, that, whatever. And they're
Yeah,
like,
you gotta-
"Oh,
you
there's
gotta have
even like
everything
crack of
approved."
anything." No, they ain't gonna
Which is
fund
why
for
I'm
whatever.
shocked that they are living on Section 8 because Section 8 wouldn't put up with that shit with what they're doing.
They got carpet in there, or is it like the vinyl or linoleum or?
I don't know. I've never seen floors.
Well,
Zero is
or
interested,
white
but-
rugs that are now black.
So it's
Italian
hailing.
marble.
It's
Italian
hailing.
marble.
Hailing right now.
Oh, I
can
can
hear,
hear
yeah,
it.
we can hear that.
It's like pea-sized.
Are you in tornado country?
Of course. Where else is there to
You
be?
don't have a fucking basement or
No.
like
Be where I'm
shelter?
at, and it's just rain all the time.
I'm in North Texas. We don't. I mean, out in the country, you might find some basements, but for the most part, there's not basements here.
And because the soil here.
Yeah. Hey, Liz, are you getting any of
Oh,
this?
it's all that limestone.
It's been
and all
raining
that
here,
fun
bedtime
stuff.
clown, but not much more than that.
Yeah.
No
Kinda
thunder and
hoping.
lightning.
I'm kind of hoping that's what.
Yeah, we
happens.
don't have basements here in DFW.
Yeah.
We just
I
don't.
don't have a basement in my house.
I lived in San Antonio for like how many years? We didn't have any of that, and then a tornado came down, which is far in between. I forgot the last one. It was like, oh shit, where do we go? Nowhere. You're fucked.
Dude, I don't
There's
know how
nowhere
you
to
do
go.
it. I don't know how you do it living without a basement, you know? Where's the bondage room? It's usually in the basement.
Well, I got under my house. There's about probably a 3 foot clearance to the ground, so you could bury bodies under there, I guess.
Well, it's enough to fit you. You're good to go. I mean, but you're gonna be able to like survive that. Well, I mean, from a
I live in a
natural
tiny house.
disaster.
I live in a tiny house, so I don't
Oh
have a
well,
big.
you're taking flight with it. Fuck it.
She lives in an above ground basement is what
Yeah.
she said. Yeah.
Like a
Well,
storage
it's not-
unit.
Well, my
Well,
whole house is only
container.
220 square feet.
They took the basement out of the ground and
Damn, that's like the size of the other bathroom or my kitchen or
My
something like
bathroom.
that.
Let's see, my bathroom I think is 10 square feet.
Okay, it's thundering hard now.
Ooh, coming on you.
here,
Oh,
let me
because
see.
you all live next. Are you both in Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, we're about 30 miles apart.
Ah, thank you, Amanda.
Can I get some rain? Well, I mean, the last time I never
last
seen a
night.
flood like that, but
He was telling me to shut the fuck up and leave, and I was like, "Fuck you! Who the hell do you think you're talking to here?"
I honestly, I live right slap in the middle of DFW.
Oh wow, I've been to DFW, the actual airport,
what the hell
Well,
is DFW?
Dallas Fort Worth.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, Fort Worth? Okay, yeah.
Fort Worth.
Don't no. No.
Yeah.
He was not, Amanda. He was not nice at all.
It is not.
I've been there
It
once.
is Fort Worth.
He was
As a
screaming at me.
native of Fort Worth, I insist on correcting you.
I like mine better, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
I myself have been to
I
Texas
only went
once.
to like the Six Flag out or
You've been
Six
to Texas,
Flags
Terry?
out there.
Yes,
and
in Killeen, Texas, I was.
Killeen.
Well, that is from around the same toilet that Poon handlers from, folks.
I was going to say I'm sorry, Terry.
I didn't know that then. I didn't know that then.
Was that like towards Houston or?
It's south.
No,
It's Central Texas, I think. South
West.
Central.
Yeah,
I
west.
just remember they have a ridiculous big army base there. That sounds like.
Yes.
Ah.
I think Fort Hood. Or
Thank you,
something,
Lady
I
Witch.
don't know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Is that
Poon
what
is
it is?
from around that area. That's all you need to
You
know.
probably met up with them at one point. Didn't even
Was
realize.
Poon handler?
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, probably.
Now I was on.
I feel like that would be a fairly memorable experience.
I was on Poon's panel last night. That's why I was
Hmm.
talking about Morbid, because he came on and what an ass.
More human trash. Yep.
I mean, y'all know me. I'm not mean to people, and he was just nasty. So I was beginning
That's
to
not
get
nice.
nasty back.
That's not how you treat the ancient one.
I felt like being mean to Connie earlier. I was just
Oh
like,
well, I
I was
feel like being mean to Connie
laughing. I
daily.
was laughing my ass off. If I'm not getting donuts, no one else it should be either. I mean,
Inception.
just you talk about a way to highlight you're a child.
Yeah, I don't understand that because all he's got to do is go get a job. He wants money so badly, but he won't do anything to earn it.
Oh, look.
And I don't get that at all.
Weather dogs.
I got plans. I already got my resume out. I'm looking for more money.
There we go.
Oh, I'm not. I'm retired and I'm going to stay that way. I like
Zero. It says your device is not connected.
Uh-oh.
Just FYI. I'm gonna kick him down until he gets that figured out.
Amanda, what's
The
up?
world changed for me on
Amanda!
January 18th, Silver Diamond.
The what?
The world changed for me on January 18th, Silver Diamond.
I know it did, and I am so sorry for your loss. That was horrible.
Yeah, Richard, it is a little moist.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's moist here too. It's 47 degrees, and it's just been pouring down rain all day. All day.
47.
Yeah, 47. Colder than shit. I live on the beach. I live on the coast. I
Yeah.
live in the central coast of Oregon. So, yeah, very wet all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's not very moist here, but my wife is also sleeping.
Terry.
And Silver, I've had some time to process things, and
Mhm.
it's the hardest thing I've ever been through, but
I bet it was.
I always knew it was coming.
That made they say that, and that it's supposedly easier if you're already prepared for it. You're not really always prepared for that.
I think I spent my whole marriage preparing for it, though, Silver.
And then when it happens, you feel like you weren't
Just,
prepared.
just,
You know?
just the very nature of the marriage that I had meant that I was going to outlive my husband.
Right.
And I think I spent the day from day one preparing. But on the other hand, those last 2 years, I was preparing and I didn't even know it. And I was so lucky that my husband poured so much love into those last 2 years, and he did it. So I
Right.
could live on and survive.
Yeah. Well, you're strong. You can do it.
Well, every morning I get up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, it's all on you now.
Yeah.
No one owes you shit.
See, I've never been in a long term marriage of any kind. I mean, my marriage has lasted 3 years at best.
No,
And
Mike and I were married for 23 years.
Yeah. See, I don't know of that kind of a marriage. Mine were quick and easy.
It's
Never again.
it's like losing a limb, Silver.
Yeah,
It really is.
I'll bet it is.
It is. I know. I took care of my grandparents, both sets,
Mhm.
and all throughout my 20s and partially into my 30s. And as each one of them went away, I didn't realize at the time the hole that they were leaving, because I was able to pour that much more into the other relationships with the other three. And then there were two, and then there was one. And then finally, when that one was gone, and, I'm sure I heard it at some point in time or another, but a friend of mine that recently passed said, you don't, regarding grief about it, mourning the loss, you don't really get over it, but you learn to live with it. And
Right.
I don't know that it would have done me any good to hear those words all those years ago, but hearing them now and understanding what I do, at the age that I'm at, it certainly resonates, and it gives me comfort in when that loss comes. Like you were saying, it about preparation. You can't really prepare for it, but
Well,
you
the thing
do.
is,
Yeah.
my husband and I were given a warning in 2020. I had been after my husband for a very long time to get his bilateral inguinal hernias fixed.
Yeah.
No.
And that year I went to work as an insurance specialist for a general surgery practice in Arlington. And it took about 6 months, but I finally got him in there. they had just opened surgeries back up during COVID.
Oh, wow.
And the doctor looked at him and he said, I need to send him for a CT. He said, I think this is a recurrent hernia.
Oh, wow. One that just keeps coming back?
And so he had it, and yeah, it was a recurrent hernia. So he has a bilateral hernia. And that operation, it was so incarcerated, it turned into a 5-hour ordeal on the table. He had an emergency resection because it was just so much. It was so much. And when it was all said and done, I cried. And then he wanted to send my husband to a urologist. He had a hunch about his kidneys.
Oh,
And it turned out his right kidney was not functioning.
oh, shit.
And the doctor said, now look, there's some things that we might be able to do. It depends on how big it is. Let's see.
Like transplant?
Well, no.
Oh.
And they did another CT, this time an abdominal CT.
Mm-hmm.
And they called us a week later and they said, well, look, that kidney has to go. It's atrophied. But you've got another problem. You've got an abdominal aortic aneurysm, and it's a big one.
Holy crap.
And you need to get it fixed now. So a week later, my husband's on the table having an endovascular stent put in place. About 7 weeks later, he's back on the table, this time for the combination surgery, which was the left side kidney removal. No, not the left. No, the left side inguinal hernia and the right kidney removal. So he had the bilateral hernia, a resection, an endovascular aneurysm stent,
Fuck.
and his kidney removed. All between the dates of July 27th and December 21st of 2020.
Wow. I know
So-
of aneurysms.
So when I say we had a wake-up call and a warning,
Yeah. Holy shit.
and the fact that my husband went back to work at all after it happened at 65 was quite something.
Wow.
But he never complained. He just soldiered on and did what he thought he needed to do.
Good man.
He was. And intellectually, it's hard being a gifted lay mind in the medical field.
Right.
Because I knew that the odds of us having another 20 years were not in our favor.
Right.
And then, but we had some miracles to come to us over the next 3 years. My husband recovered his health for quite a while after the surgeries. Bounced back.
Wow.
And he, we had some happy times. I regained my health. I went back to work full time after 3 false starts at going back. And I'm still there at that job.
Excellent.
I lost over 90 pounds.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
I've got some full body shots that I am not ashamed of. Not suggestive ones. One in me wearing a dress, okay? But that, you know, I feel good. As good as I can with RA, you know? And so we had some miracles left to us. And me getting my health back was crucial in being prepared.
Yep. Wow, that's awesome.
And like I said, because we had that warning call, we poured a lot of love into the last part.
That's awesome.
So God doesn't come out from the clouds and say, your husband's going to die in 3 years. No. He
No.
fixes hernias and aneurysms and resections and kidney removals and stuff like that.
Shit. I've only had the one aneurysm. Well, I had 2 aneurysms, but they caught it when I had the first one.
And some of it, yes, is a little cockeyed optimism on my part. But I haven't fallen.
No, you haven't. And
I haven't
you
quit
still
my
have-
job in despair or stayed in bed all day or
No, you got a lot of people here on YouTube that are
and yet
gonna rally around you.
and I will admit that I've had a lot of people that have been enormously emotionally supportive. And I mean, I'm not talking about the help that I've received over the past few months when I've asked for it. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about what started from almost the beginning of the
No, I'm
ordeal.
talking friendships, not money. I'm talking friendships.
Right. I'm talking about friendships too. From the beginning of my ordeal, there was a
real
group
friendships
in
too.
Discord around the clock
Right.
awaiting news from me.
Yeah, I mean, kind words go a long way, even when you don't have money to give, as if money is the most important thing. And it's amazing to me that some of these people are just like, fuck you and your kind words.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially one in particular.
Well,
Yeah, but
mean,
I wouldn't worry
got-
about that. That one parasite, if you will. Don't let that take you down.
And my
that.
husband and I had a lot of conversations too, with the kind of marriage that we had, with the age difference and everything. We talked about it. And especially after 2020, he told me, he said, don't you cry for me forever. He said, don't you do that. He said, I know what happened to you when you lost your mother. And he was right. When I lost my mother, the day I lost my mother, I lost half of my support system with my oldest child, the one that was diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Well, I wished I could have had a relationship like that with my mother.
I had an incredible relationship with my mom. Matilda, my husband, was 68 when he passed.
I'm coming up on 66.
And for those of you who are wondering, when we married, I was 24 and he was 45.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Of course, the YouTube trolls like to create things out of nothing.
Well, Liz was, when she was that age, she was a rambunctious, rebellious woman. I can tell you. No, I really can't tell you. I think her and I have actually met probably 30 years ago, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. That weird cosmic thing about us working for the same company.
Yeah, and if she's who I think she is, all I can say is that Friends 1994 would have been kind of the wardrobe. Maybe, I don't know.
Quite likely, considering how old I am. I'm going to be 48 on Mother's Day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was right before I was getting into.
Happy birthday and Mother's Day, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, your birthday? Happy birthday.
Yeah, well, not till Mother's Day 0, but yeah, I'm going to be 48.
Mother's Day? Oh, not, when
Mother's Day 0.
My birthday's at the end of the month.
Oh, Mother's Day. Well, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I keep forgetting which
Sometimes
one.
my birthday falls on Memorial Day, but not this year.
I wonder how entertaining Mother's Day is going to be this year, y'all.
Oh, no. If you're...
Mine won't be.
Our favorite Oedipal love display.
Yeah, only nothing's going there. It's going to be going to everyone else. People have already tried that.
Last year, it'll be hard to top Andrew sending Ellen flowers and Connie kicking him and destroying
Oh
him.
my God, that was amazing.
What a fucking turd to begin
All
with.
he had to do was give him to his mom and put his own
He didn't
name
want
on
that.
it.
He wanted money for fucking weed.
Andrew's like, he said, I meant for you to give those to her and put your name on them.
Yeah. It's like, hey, here, Mom, this is what I got you. Then he sent
Happy
2 of
Mother's
them?
Day. Yeah. She got the second one.
Oh, okay. That one was definitely not, because the first one was ruined by a little shithead.
Yeah, he stomped on him and kicked him out into the parking lot.
Well, I mean, that's what you do, right? I guess Terry dropped. Sorry, Terry.
I do. Wasn't that a while ago, though?
Probably. I don't know.
What, when Terry dropped?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, that and I dropped myself because I was trying to fix something because somebody kept calling my phone as they know I'm on a panel because they're trying to be funny. I had the wrong button. Made a comment that got blocked in the chat, or I was timed at one of them. Whatever.
What happened?
I made a comment towards one person. You pull that shit again, I'm gonna fuck you up. I put that in chat. It never showed up.
In this chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
So somebody either removed it or something. I never saw it on the other end. And I was like, huh.
Well, YouTube could have blocked it too.
Yeah, that happens to me, and I haven't gone to see if there's any kind of like I don't have any of those settings on my channel ticked. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
people
I
better
have
watch
certain.
their language.
I have certain words that
I
have YouTube block out because I don't like the N word, and I don't like homophobic terms. So
No, I got that. All I said was person, stop calling, or I'm a fuck. Or I basically said, do it again.
I've had some people ask me about my move. I have deferred it until next weekend, actually.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Well, part of it was logistics.
Yeah.
Logistics. And I'm a big logistics person. It's kind of what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And so I needed to defer it. I've turned my camera on and I realized the same wall is not behind me. And it's because I relocated my computer over here with my work desk. And because I do have to give up my formal dining room suit.
No, you don't.
formal.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Room.
I don't have a dining room, much less
There's
a
no
formal
room
dining
for it.
There's
How
only
much
going
does
to
that
be
cost
one. Okay. So this apartment that I live in now is very unique in that it has 2 dining areas. It has a formal area right off the entry of the apartment, and it has a breakfast nook right off the kitchen. So because of that, I got to keep my table and china cabinet. And when I set up my home office, I got rid of the breakfast nook table and put my home office desk. Well, I had put everything out, my other computer over there, just to keep it separate. But when I realized I had to get rid of it, I had to remove it. So sad about that dining set. I've got a lot
Here's the
of
thing with the dining set. Has it been in your family for a long time? Memories, that sentimental, really old, antique-ish.
No, it's not old. Well, it's 20 years old, but that's not old. That's not
That's
old.
not old for a dining table, no.
so
I mean,
that's not old at all. So but it was like the first major league piece of furniture my husband and I picked out together after we got married. I do not count the little casual dining set we got at Montgomery Ward's for $400 in 2000.
have you sold it yet?
Oh, wow.
Do what?
Montgomery. No, have you sold it yet?
No, no, and I'm not going to be able to get anything for it.
I would say like either storage unit.
I'm trying to save money right now, Zero.
Is
And
there any way? Can you show us the table
not right now.
or the? No, not right now. Or
No.
later on, or just send it to.
Take a picture of it and post it or something.
Yeah. Well, you have me. Well, I don't know if we're on DM, but either Jamie or anybody. But then again, I'm also not trying
Well,
to collect.
I
I'm trying
guess
to get rid of shit.
I was talking. The only reason I brought it up is because I had cammed up and my background was different, and I didn't want anybody to make any assumptions about where I am. You know how people are here.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
I believe in full and upfront disclosure about everything. I'm still where I've been living all this time for the moment.
Yeah, but that's nobody.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Etc. So,
True, what other people-
regardless, like anything else, that's what I'm saying. If it's been in your 20 years, that's still a long time, and you would hate to part with it, but there's nowhere to put it.
You gotta let go.
I mean, so instead of like doing that, maybe you could donate it to somebody who needs it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to donate it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm donating it.
Excellent.
And if you wanted
And that's
something for, I
fine.
mean, you have all that too.
I am female enough that if I am ever in the position to purchase another set again like that, I will do so with zeal.
With what?
Zeal.
ZEAL.
Never heard of that.
It's enthusiasm.
Oh. Well, that's why.
So I cannot afford, and I'm not talking money, I cannot emotionally afford to get bogged down in that sort of minutia over material things at this point.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's understandable. But I mean, like with memories, it's
Nah,
Even though
you,
it's like
you can make new
material,
memories.
like-
You don't. Those,
My best memories
No,
are
I-
all going to be either on photograph or
Yeah.
in my mind.
Mhm.
or in your mind, yeah. I mean, when I moved into this tiny house, I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and I had to part with a lot of things in order to be able to have this house because I couldn't bring it all with me; it wouldn't fit.
Oh, you stick it on the roof.
No.
Then
And
nobody would see her sports shit.
'cause, yeah, now it's all Seahawk.
Well, but yeah,
But I mean,
no,
what I did was I just put everything that I was bringing to my tiny house in my room and closed my door and then opened my front door and let anybody come in and take what they want. Just take anything. Take it away. Get rid of it.
he
And
said, "Sure, the estate sale, this, that, etc. Just come
no,
in and start
I wouldn't
grabbing."
take any money for it. I just this
It
family.
probably got cleaned out with a matter of minutes.
Yeah, a family came with a van, and it was so cute because the grandma, it was a mom and dad, 2 kids, and a grandma.
Mm.
And the grandma kept going behind the mom's back and trying to give me money. And I'm like, no, I don't want your money. I just want this stuff gone.
Just take it so I can move into my
I'm like,
little
please, I don't
green
want your
storage
money.
container.
I mean, obviously you can't afford stuff, so that's why you're here. So I'm not going to take your money.
Right.
It was cute though. I mean, she kept trying to do it on the down low, and like, no, no, you just take it, enjoy it. But I had to get rid of a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. I had a 3-bedroom house with furniture in all the
A
rooms.
lot of, yeah.
So
I gave away all of my husband's clothing except for the suit he wore when we were married.
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, definitely keep that.
And it's like, yeah, when my brother died, that was devastating, and because he was young, he was only like 44, and when he died, I went to his house, and they weren't going to give me anything from him, and I was like, oh,
I
really?
had
Watch me. And I took his guitar and I put it in my car and locked my car up, and I said, I'm taking his guitar. So, I mean, that's how shitty my family was.
I let
Damn.
see, my mother lived with me the last 4 years that she was alive. And of course, this was back before my breakdown. We had our house and everything. So she lived with us the last 4 years she was alive. And so I had all of her personal belongings. And I was very, very generous and gave my brother pretty much free reign over what he wanted, and chose what I wanted, and we just made it work. And the rest of it we gave away.
Anybody want some China and some other crap? Because I am getting rid of a lot of shit. And I'm also going to, through the, I'm going to hire, or through the, not the dump, but the garbage company, one of those big ass, like, flatbed dumpster fucking things that you see at constructions. With whatever I can't donate, I'm not worried about selling shit. If anybody else wants anything that lives out in Nevada, you know where I'm at. As far as shipping, no, you're gonna have to come and grab whatever. Otherwise, it's gonna be donated or trash.
Nevada is a long way zero for me.
It only takes
Yeah.
like maybe 20. No,
I
what
had
was
an
the?
antique pool table I had to get rid of.
I don't need more bullshit. I'm talking about getting rid of shit.
No, I used to. I don't anymore. I got
Oh.
rid
You
of it.
don't understand. Nevada is a long way. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because
Well, if anybody
Idaho
else-
That's a long
is
way from me, and I'm in
closer
Oregon.
to Los Angeles, California than it is to Dallas, Texas.
Well, anybody around like the Pahrump, Nevada Valley, if you want anything, I'm getting rid of a lot of shit. So, because right now I made an offer on an actual house, so I'm basically a first time buying a house. Let's put it that way. So a lot of this shit's not coming with me. So a lot of it's gonna be donated, and a lot of shit's gonna be dumped. If anybody's in the area and wants this, that, whatever, swing on by. Just gonna throw free things, little stamps on the fucking thing. And that's basically it. Now, as far as trying to ship it anywhere, that's going to cost a little bit, right?
A lot. That's why I had to stop my giveaways, because the shipping was killing me.
And you're shipping like small things, Matt. Like me trying to ship furniture. Oh fuck.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
My Christmas giveaway, it was a huge box of stuff, just a lot
Only
of
they
stuff.
cost you like $300.
No, it caught. See who got it. Who won it? I think She Devil won it, I think. And yeah, it was expensive to send. And I was like worried that somebody from the UK was going to win it or something.
Oh shit! Oh wow! Here, a couple $1,000.
Even going to Canada is expensive. Yeah, it's going
Well,
to increase again.
I thought it was gonna. I hadn't shipped anything in quite a well, certainly not internationally in quite a while. I mean, we had a friend of ours, like I said, that passed away earlier. We had shipped her some things, over time. Like I don't know, like they don't have the same potato chips that we have over here, stuff like
Yeah,
that. And then there was
yeah.
like
I did that with Howie. I
Snuggie,
sent him cheeses.
yeah,
He wanted
Snuggie
cheese.
blankets. Oh,
$95 in shipping.
they love fucking Doritos. Like they don't for whatever. Uh, but yeah, we sent some blankets and I mean, I guess it was expensive, but it wasn't anything of any kind of substance or weight. And I thought when I made those grates for Bubs and shipped those that because he's in Canada, and I thought it was going to be really high, but I mean, just for standard FedEx ground, it was $35. Now the package weighed less than 10 pounds and the size of the box was, basically a foot squared. So, I mean,
They don't do by weight anymore. I thought it was shit, man. You got like 1,000 pounds. Oh
well,
shit.
I mean, 1,000 pounds. Yeah. I mean, FedEx will
Or I
only
mean,
ship.
like 10, 15, 20 pounds worth, especially like a steel grate, this and that, etc. That maybe.
Well, that grate only weighed like 5 pounds. So, I mean, but I expected it to be a lot higher than it was. But years ago, I used to, I'll have to wait to tell you.
Oh yeah, keep on bringing the gifts. No, you're good.
Okay. Years ago, I used to make these. I used to make what they call bollards for companies on the East Coast, and to ship 5 of them in a package to keep from having to use FedEx freight or any company freight for that matter. But those packages weighed, I believe they were like 65 or 66 pounds. I think that was the cutoff at the time before you had to ship it freight. But it was only like $60 to send those back then. They were three feet tall and 2 inches in diameter with 3/8 thick 6x6 steel plate welded to that pipe. And I think those packages, like I said, 5 of them weighed around 65 pounds, and that was about $65 to ship back then, early 2000s. So yeah, I know it can get expensive, especially if it's something that you might want to put a little bit of insurance on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also like your just basic post office, they weigh everything.
Yep. And measure it.
That too, and then oh shit, it's like when I used to do like the care packages when my sister was like stationed out in like Africa and all this other shit. No, it was expensive as shit because we loaded all this shit in the box, anything that she wanted or needed or liked, or a little bit of home comfort, and a few other friends that were stationed wherever. To mailing that was fucking outrageous. It was like $100 and something. That was through the post office. Like UPS, I don't know if they, by weight, this and that, FedEx, etc. It's like, hey, just stuff whatever in the box and then you're good. But that's just your local post office thing with insurance and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, it was
Well,
quite expensive to send it like overseas to begin with.
Here in the States, DHL used to be the way to go. That was cheaper than everybody else, and then they picked up their business and stopped shipping. They stopped shipping here nationally and only did international. Now I don't know if they've started back up shipping around here again, but they had the best prices. But I don't use the post office for anything. Fuck, I haven't even bought stamps in 25 years probably.
I bought a book, not from there though. I think it was at like a grocery store, and that shit skyrocketed too. I was like, how much are stamps now?
Yeah, it's great, and it's going to
Like
continue.
$25, $30 now or something like that, maybe higher. I was like, damn, it's not like $10 anymore. We're not at like the 25, or what are they? The forever stamps, I guess.
Yeah,
Like
forever
there's
forever
no.
stamps. If you buy a bunch of them, then when the prices do go up, you've got them, and you don't have to replace them with new stamps.
Well, I mean, there's no
They're
like
good
number
forever.
on there. You just got to stick
Yeah,
like
there's
an entire book on there, apparently. Something.
well, depending on how big of a thing you're. I mean,
Right.
yeah, like
Well, yeah, or add a bunch of 1 cent stamps to it.
Mhm.
No, with the forever stamp, no matter what the price of a stamp is, that forever stamp will work because it's forever.
What the hell is it even worth? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. Especially when you had to stick 4 or 5 on there just for like a document and stuff. I'm like, one couldn't just do. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. I mean, what? It doesn't say.
AK Twin Money, hello.
Twin games.
Well, Zero, you'll be happy to know that apparently your review on whatever that live streaming platform was for Abe, nobody is going up on his panel, even though he's got the link pinned. Apparently,
Why would anybody go on Abe's panel?
I did, and so did everybody else, and we couldn't figure out how to get off the damn thing. My shit crashed because I hit YouTube to type something in the chat. It went funky, and it showed up like a white screen. I tried hopping out of whatever, and I was like, okay, I got to restart my phone.
well, I don't know if y'all saw the guy in the chat that was saying over and over again. He kept saying, "Don't go up on panel." I don't necessarily know if he was trying to infer that Abe was doing something nefarious, but because he was very general in what he was saying, but he kept typing that if you get up on that panel using like Android or Windows devices, well, and then he said phones. He said you're going to have a bunch of problems with your software and your firmware or whatever. He kept saying that over and over. So
I didn't see any
Is
of that.
it some different stream thing other than StreamYard?
Eczema or emu or whatever the shit it is.
Silver, I told them I would offer to go live, but I'm not going to let them up until they've gotten their devices, their shots, and gone through them with lice combs.
Yeah, my phone basically got AIDS by that point. So,
oh my God.
No, I already checked. Everything's good because, yeah. But between that YouTube, he had like 3 different things like OBS, that weird thing, and YouTube. And so by the end of that is what I figured out why either Flying Monkey or you could not
In
get up
January,
there.
Matilda.
Was because either she had him blocked or he has her blocked on the YouTube side. That's why she wasn't able to see the pinned link.
He wasn't gonna let her up. I don't even know if she actually went up there.
Neither do I. I couldn't figure it out.
I go on her live streams on Friday nights, and the deal was or part of the back and forth past couple weeks has been this other lady that comes up on Lisa B's panel named Virgo, right? She Abe. No, her name is just Virgo.
Oh, just her.
Oh no!
Yeah. And
no, that one's back. Oh, hell to the fuck no.
I don't know. But anyways, but she Abe wanted her email, and he was swearing up and down he was going to email her and explain everything that's going on. You know how he does. And then she was like, well, where's the email? And it was like, oh, I'll email you later. And then we all started hammering on him about emailing her, and he claimed that he did, but he clearly never did. So
Not
that whole thing
Virgo way, but
that
the other Virgo that I don't even. I'm not
but
even gonna begin with that one.
yeah, so that's been a little bit of a back and forth. She could have been just totally bullshitting. I did not claim that I was going up on his panel tonight.
No, I asked if you could hop on there.
Oh, I heard y'all. I was putting
Saw it, but-
Voodoo and I were putting together a puzzle and listening, and I was like, nope,
Whose chat is this on the screen?
it's Abe's.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So the thing that he had, whatever that free web, whatever the hell it's called, I'm just gonna call it Emu or Excrema or whatever the shit, because I couldn't even tell you.
It's called
Yeah, OBS running and YouTube.
Evmu. It's
Evmu, yeah.
I'll put it in the chat.
UX.
Oh, I like Emu better. No, well, regardless, it was a dumpster fire.
Is this the wish.com of YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell it was, because you had two borders off the side. I'm like, I almost feel like we should be playing Pong on here.
Yeah, no.
That's just going on. You can't get rid of the chat. Well, I figured it out later. And like I said, I was trying to get rid of like these little bubbles that kept popping up.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Huh?
Bluetooth.
Sorry.
disconnect.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what that was. Oh, it was my one of my soundboards,
Bluetooth connected.
There
and
you
it's
go.
now reconnected.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna be heading to bed in a minute here. So thank
All
you.
right,
for
Silver.
keeping me up that time.
Thank you for coming up,
Stay strong, Liz.
and happy birthday.
Thank you. Yay.
Happy birthday. When
And
is
don't
that?
forget, remember my birthday stream will be on the 28th.
Okay.
And that's the stream you have to go to qualify to win the $66.
Okay.
Why are you giving away shit on your birthday? Shouldn't you be getting something or kind words
I
or
like
something?
giving away stuff. I like giving stuff away. So
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
giving
don't really
away
care,
$1
so.
for every year I've been alive.
Whoa, what the shit?
So thank
She's
you guys.
she's
Appreciate it.
spiritual. Yeah, Silver. We'll talk to
That
you
was
soon.
something else.
Okay.
Have a good night, Silver.
Well, thank you, Matilda. I'm just holding my breath through the move.
Oh, fuck, I gotta do that too.
Everything's in limbo at the moment.
Run to U-Haul, fuck hiring people to move. Grab some friends or a church. I don't know if you're part of a church or not, but
I am not.
you can always just grab a few of them Mormons or whatever off to the side and just don't accept like half the other offers after that.
No, I mean, my offer's always out there. She's got my email. I mean, if she needs anything or because I've got a truck, and I mean, the only trailer I have, my boat is sitting on. So, I mean, I can't pull that.
Bring the boat, go off the boat.
But I can pull a trailer. So if she needs to rent a trailer and needs some helping hands, because Voodoo, we have. Listen,
My biggest problem is going to be hands, because one of the logistics things that I had to work out is that I went into a very, very bad flare. And I don't know how many people are familiar with rheumatoid arthritis, but when that happens, whoa.
Yeah, it's terrible. But like I said, yeah, we've got boxes fucking galore.
I think it's stressed. I still have plenty of boxes. You know,
Okay.
I was driving around last weekend. I went looking for boxes and they had them all lined up in these cartons behind Kroger. And I'm like,
There you go. Yeah.
Yoink.
well, yeah, they shouldn't have left them lined up here all neat and out here if they didn't want me to take them.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
Hey,
like I said, we were constantly getting shit from Amazon, and about every 2 weeks I have to go out to the garage. I have like a vice stand that I've kind of modified to hold a large amount of boxes so that I can take my Sawzall and cut them up into manageable fucking pieces. And it's getting to be about that time when you were live the last time, and you said to email you. I asked her because I had just cut a bunch of them up, and I said, surely there's more boxes in the foyer and wherever else. And she goes, oh yeah, and there's more coming. I said, okay, I won't I won't open and cut those up. So we were saving them just in case. But I mean, she buys and ships and from internationally quite a bit. So the boxes that we have are good, sturdy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boxes. That's why they have to get the treatment with the Sawzall, because you need like a power tool to dispose of them. But yeah,
it's called take them down to the Walmart parking lot, and they got those big ass bins for the recycled cardboard, etc.
that costs me gas and time.
It's not right up the road.
It is right up the road, but I'm not always going that way.
But I mean, come on.
You know what I
Back up
mean?
your truck full of boxes, this, that, whatever, or save them for, people
It's
who
that
are trying to-
psycho fiend hate lesbian sugar crits.
Huh?
I would play some of my sound effects, but for some reason they weren't working earlier. Let me
It's
see.
my girl Sugar Crits. Man, she will fuck your shit up.
Really? Let's see.
Mm.
Lesbians.
Did that come through?
Yeah.
On Sugar Crits, I'm going to assume that that's a troll.
She's wrenched.
No, yeah, that's the real Sugar Crits. She's got a wrench in here. Absolutely, she's got a wrench.
Lesbians.
Trying to lure Terry back. He wanted Jesse Lee Peterson saying lesbian. Oh, so Liz, you were talking about Rebel earlier. Hang on a second, I got one. I had just started to go through this when where's it at? Here we go. Here, let's listen in on it.
I'm ending this panel in 3 minutes if nobody comes up. This is your only opportunity to get a panel from me. Other than that, you guys want a panel after this? $147 fucking dollars.
That's
Wasn't it like a couple things?
It's like, dude, a conversation with you is not worth $1.47.
Yeah, I tried to get people to kick me up for $1.51 on Jamie's. Is like, no. I'm like, why not? It goes with the numbers.
What about my mother?
here, let me put the email.
No. I think he has that saved as a ringtone too.
Fucking Ellen.
He's got the he's got that saved too. I'm like, damn.
No, I don't have that one. I went up on Polly's for just a minute last night, and Silver Diamond was up there because they were having echo issues and just kind of in between streams for me, and he let Prime up there, and it blasted our ears. That sucked, but I do like that song. I think it's great. I'd love to-
Oh, what, the Prime one?
No, he sent it to Jamie, and I was like,
I like the Prime, the Prime one.
No,
Thank you,
he was the one
Richard.
that made that. gave it to Jamie. So you always hear that in the stream, or what about my mother?
What about my mother?
I did get these. I lifted these off of Blues earlier, though. Let me see. Let me find them. Let's this because I mean this is just too much. It's too much.
This is on a recorded line.
Is
My
that him
God.
or his mom?
No, that's him.
Tell us.
That's him. Let me see. Hang on.
Really gonna
He's
fuck
never-
my best interest over right now.
Yeah.
He's never answered my question.
Which was
What makes you think you are worth the charge?
Ooh, well,
I mean, isn't it obvious? They're gonna kill us.
What makes you think?
oh no, you guys.
He's not worth the charge, peeps.
Everybody wants us dead. Well, I mean, really, if that was the case, you wouldn't
You know-
be still here speaking. So
I talked
3-4
about
years later.
him on my last panel, in part over my consternation over himself insisting on being relevant again. Because he was starting to fade, people. Ugh.
well, 'cause
Yeah,
everybody
he-
makes
he
him
was.
relevant by playing this, that, and
Plus,
that's kind of how that plays.
most of the people that come to my live streams, they like to hear me rant about the little fuck. They do.
Because it is fucking funny. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, K-Swanee. Our lives are in danger. And it's so frustrating because there's so many of them that are funny as hell,
He
and
will do anything to paint himself as a figure of sympathy.
oh yeah,
I'll even suck your dick for an eighth. Don't forget about that one.
So I've heard.
Multiple times. Ugh.
and now we've got this one who
Imagine what it'll do for him.
they all recognize that guy. Oh wait, not
His
this,
manly authority word.
no, not that guy. This other guy.
Oh, is that Doc?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's play Guess the LOL Cow. That would be a good game.
No, I was in his chat earlier today. I was like, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
you
for some
can't
of
use
this.
Connie clips though because he's just too distinctive.
Yeah.
Found out there was alcohol, I guess, in those Twisted D's.
Well, yeah, it's called
Not
a Twisted.
much.
You know what cracked me up the other day when he was crying in his chat? He's like,
Who?
my mom
Who-
went through all her credit, you fucks.
What happened now?
I need $80 or my mom's gonna go buy booze.
Oh, I don't know where I heard something about that, but I thought. I mean, what does he think she's been doing in there for the past however many years in the bedroom for all those hours? You know, he knows when she's getting fucking drunk and passing out too, because that's when he, in the middle of the night, when he's screaming his fucking head off, he knows she's tied on a good one and she's out like a light. You know.
Connie got drunk off a 6-pack of mini Coronas or whatever the fuck. They were like 7-ounce bottles or cans that he had picked up.
That's because he's not a drinker.
Yeah.
I'm not a drinker. I have
7
no
ounce.
alcohol tolerance. None.
I'd have to drink 100 of them fucking things.
You're drunk, Zero.
I'm not at the moment.
I mean, that's a whole nother live stream.
Look, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but you
Hey,
like
it's
your
fine.
drink.
Yes, drink. Speaking of which, I need another bit. Oh, wait. I got one right. But a 7-ounce? I'm like, what is that, like the bottleneck? That's about it.
I mean, you see,
I mean,
Doc, he drinks
And you're
like
not a mean drunk or a doxing drunk or nasty to people drunk or anything like that. So
Sometimes.
yeah, well, if you are, I'll
Oh.
tell you to fuck off like I do Paige.
No, come on. You cannot compare me to Paige. I'm the one that told her about the box wine. Shit.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I don't know
comparing
how
you to
that's.
Paige.
That
I'm just
really
saying
makes
that
me the-
I don't know how
she's
that's any
more
better, but
hateful that when she's drunk than she is when she's sober.
I gave up boxes, but no. Oh yeah, I drink boxes to get fucked up. And around that time, they were about like $12 for 5 liters in
Did
a
you know?
box.
Did you know that Paige thinks pet deposits are a myth?
Oh, huh?
what?
Yeah. Now keep in mind,
For what
don't-
though?
I don't have a rich daddy to buy me a new house.
Pet deposits, like for medical?
For
or-
an apartment. And she was
Oh,
saying
no.
she was saying I was lying about that. And I'm
yeah,
like,
it was $200 for a
That's
cat.
like-
And I'm assuming she was 3 sheets to the wind when she was saying this, or was this sober?
I don't know. But all I know is that, she said I was lying about pet deposits. And I'm like, I don't have a rich daddy to buy me a house.
No, that's a fact. Even renting like a house and all that. I'm renting a house at the moment, so it is I don't know if it was per animal or something, but it was $200 for
Maybe she thinks
cat.
maybe she thinks Tobers is a hologram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's bad shit.
I mean,
Right.
she's into all these weird conspiracy theories, right? Like there
And
wasn't
she's a turtle
millions of
rider. She's a
wasn't-
turtle rider.
wasn't millions of Jews killed during the Holocaust and shit. Like
Yes, I think she's one of those Holocaust questioners or some shit.
maybe the Earth really is flat.
She's got
Hey.
a one-way ticket on 10th Man's train, so there you go. Or they all ride the same train.
The crazy train. All right, Richard, I'll pull it up.
She's a turtle rider. That's all you need to know about her now.
How many
It's-
felonies is he up to, by the way?
Oh, I don't
18?
even know, but
Or
yeah,
something like
it
that.
is bad. It is bad.
I've been catching
latest-
a little bit of
The
that.
latest
one.
with the rape allegation. Oh, whoa.
What?
There's that. What?
It was kind of put out on Twitter.
I don't have Twatter or X or whatever.
It
shit
is
that
a
thing's
video.
called.
There is a rumored video I've heard of him assaulting his ex while she was drunk and passed out.
Mm-mm.
And because of his compulsive need to film his women in intimate
And
situations.
jerk off in the couch and all that. Ooh, whoever gets that couch, I'm sorry.
It's going to be his downfall now.
Oh no, he's fucked regardless. I think it's like 18 felonies or something. Start somewhere around. It doesn't matter. You're fucked either way, and rightfully so. Fuck you. And who is it? Like the Karen? Is it Karen Reed?
Yeah. it's-
I've caught a little bit on that. The cop killer, that one.
What about my mother?
I'm sorry. Whoops. Thank you, Richard. I did not mean for that to happen.
No, of course you did.
No, I swear, I downloaded it and then I thought I was gonna be able to like just move an icon over and it fucking opened and played. I'm
See,
so
this
sorry.
clip is an iconic law cow moment.
Yeah, Again, I apologize, everyone. If that blew your fucking ears out, I'm really sorry. And thank you from the bottom of my heart, Richard Cheese. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and that baby one that you have, you gotta tone down that shit.
Well,
The baby crying, it was like, holy shit, I got it like halfway up. That shit's
here,
blowing
hang
out my
on.
eardrum.
See, I've got the yeah, I have been working on it, guys. I know it's ridiculous, and um, let me see. Hang on a
Does
second.
anybody
Let me-
hear with your headsets? Probably not anymore.
Well, it doesn't sound as loud in my headset, and I've got like fucking 15 volume controls, and some come across, uh, you know, like you guys are hearing them, and then other ones come across and it sounds like the same volume to me on my end, but it actually isn't.
Amplified. It's like,
Yeah, and
holy shit.
I've been going through them individually and trying to adjust the gain on them, and it's
It's just the baby crying one. Every time you play
okay.
it,
Hang on,
holy
is it?
fuck.
How about this? Is it too loud? Hang on, is
Oh,
that too loud?
it still is, yeah.
Okay, is it? How about now?
Keep going down.
Well, it's more than halfway down now.
That's better.
Okay, so I mean,
Oh,
that gives me an idea of where I need to put the gain on that one, because that one has actually been one of the trickier ones for me to fuck with, and
how about turn the gain all the way down?
the problem is, Zero, is I don't have an analog knob where I can separate what where I can set, because I've got sound effects coming from 3 different places. I've got them coming from my laptop, I have them coming from one soundboard, and I have them coming from another soundboard. And I have controls on half.
You should be able to.
It's not I mean, listen, I'm kind of retarded, so it's not as easy for me as you might think. Anyways, that's mainly just excuses, but I also that in particular sound clip was recorded with Audacity and put over into just a WMV form, or MP3 format. So every time I redo it to adjust the gain, if I go too far, then you don't hear it at all. And I don't, and that's another problem that I've been having on these streams, is that I can play a sound effect and I can hear it. The auxiliary, like Voodoo might be listening to the auxiliary, she can hear it. We're not actually listening to the delayed portion of the YouTube stream because we're in the same room talking a lot of times or whatever, and we want to stay current, and you know what I mean, with what's going on in the chat and all that. You guys might not hear it at all, and so it's a whole fucking thing. Listen, I know I should be.
No, I got it. The whole computer soundboards, this, that, whatever. If you had like an analog thing at your hands, actually, do you even have one of those?
What is that? Say that again.
Like a sampler or anything physical that you can.
The problem is I mean, like I said, I have different volume controls. The problem is like, I want to be able to have each individual thing separate within its own analog control. So in other words, like all of my MP3 format sound effects, I want to be able to just turn a dial, right? Because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of time to go back and adjust the gain and redo it and test it and all of that shit. Where if I know something is loud when I record it, then in the back of my mind, when I'm on stream and I hit that in particular one, just click on it, I know I've got my hand on that knob. I can't do that with it being digital, and
No.
I'm having to
definitely. That's one.
I'm
What if
having to
you get,
run
like,
a
a
mouse.
drum
I'm having to run a
machine?
mouse between two screens, 3 different applications sometimes, and then work the boards all at the same fucking time, and it's a lot. you know, and so I feel like I probably just need to go down to Guitar Center. I
Yeah. Oh
think
yeah,
I
that's still
I
around.
I think
Woo!
I think I know what I need, and drop a couple hundred bones on it and just fucking do away with this
You
bullshit
either
and just.
got Korg or Roland. I know Bose had one. Boss Bose.
Well, I had years ago, I had a Roland it was just a simple USB audio interface. I mean, it had like 3 controls on it. It was
Yeah.
like mic, monitor, volume, a USB plug, a separate plug for the power. There was no Bluetooth back then, and the motherfucker worked fucking flawlessly. I could do every
And you
fucking thing I
got
wanted to
different
do.
analog, this, that, etc. From
Well,
here to
me
Bose.
personally, I would prefer controls on everything. I would prefer, like, I feel like the sound effects I have on that saved on the PC, I feel like they're a bit tinny. Now, to fix that, I would have to go, open up Audacity, adjust all the fucking the equalizer and all of that shit. I don't want to
Even
fuck
a
with that
basic
digitally.
So
board.
apparently Connie is over at Titty Tops calling everybody a grifter.
What the hell's a titty top?
Shelly.
I think she's talking about Shelly. Yeah.
Oh, Shelly win. Oh, because yeah, with the hello titty. I was trying to get her to compare her.
Everybody has seen Shelly's tight white titty top.
No, I haven't.
I was laughing earlier because Terry said
my
they were
God.
saggy earlier on Abe's stream to her.
When I came up there and put that picture on her, she's like, "You're doxing me." And I'm like, "Prove it. Show me." That was kind of, in a sense, kind of like a titty porn bomb, but because of the glasses and the bow off to the side, made it otherwise. Basically, that was a titty with the nipple where the glasses hung on it. I guess
Yeah,
nobody caught that.
I was expecting somebody to porn bomb him. We were sitting there doing the puzzle, and I said, I think they're just trying to lull him into complacency, and then the porn bomb is going to come. And it didn't. It didn't happen. I don't know, some pesky fucking. I heard it was his best fucking friend that sent me a piece of mail. Went real life on me. Somebody named Dr. Cop Fireman went in there and typed the N word, and then he shut his stream
didn't even
immediately.
get typed out right. It was like IGE
Guy,
or whatever the
yeah,
hell.
he was blaming me, and I'm like, that wasn't me. I didn't do that.
And I explained, but apparently that
If you want,
didn't go
if you
through.
want to show this picture down here in the basement, this is
I am.
Shelly.
That's not Shelly.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Sure.
that's a picture of Shelly, but that's not Shelly.
Oh, with
It
the
is.
boobs?
Oh,
well,
that's you. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, here.
Tight white titty top.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I like Hello Kitty better. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, did she get plenty of attention that day? I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of these people were like, "Oh my god, I'd like to see
You know,
more
I
of
took
those."
her actual titty picture and put a pair of glasses on it. And that picture's so old. It was from like a Facebook meme group from God
Poor
knows
little
when.
Connie. He wants participation donos.
Well, I've already given him enough money for people to have wrenches. He should be grateful.
Well, not to also add in that fact, what was that? A computer, a phone, and some other shit, plus probably
Well,
like
that stuff
$10,000 worth
doesn't
of weed.
count. You
Why
know
the
that.
hell not? Holy
That
shit!
was-
You bummed like a, I don't know if it was like $500 to
that was-
$1,000 for that, and then
That was 2 years ago. What are you talking about? Rebel is
it still
what have you
counts, he's
done for
still
me
using
lately?
it.
What have you done for me lately? That's how
Oh,
he.
and you bugged the cell phone. Yeah, that
Yeah, I
one.
mean, I did do that. Yeah.
What the-
Well,
no.
actually, speaking of that, it does it's older technology, so it couldn't be detected by today's apps like detect, like check to see if I'm bugged dot app or whatever. But it sends that means Rebel is lying.
I thought that was just when he was opening his mouth.
Yeah, I mean it's
This is on a recorded line.
But he was screaming his ass.
Can only imagine what's gonna play out here. What, on the 20th?
I don't know. I'm so sick of trying to keep track of
I
that
have no
guy and
faith
his.
in the state of Massachusetts
No
doing
faith, or
anything to make things even slightly uncomfortable for the little motherfucker.
well, I mean, he had a
Nothing
week
changed for him.
vacation.
Nothing changed for him in January. Nothing.
Yeah, he had like a week vacation. They threw him on some meds. He was good to go. And
Oh
they
well,
got pulled off.
that was last year though. I'm talking about when the
Oh.
stuff with Sancho went down in court.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. The Morse code. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, obviously, I guess the higher pitched ones. And like I said, I think it's the tinning, like it's too much treble or something. With this
Yeah,
in
that one
particular,
wasn't as bad.
with this in particular format, like I said, I really think I need to just go to Guitar Center and I'll know it when I see it.
Grifter one, why not? Everybody else is, and I'm still grifting for
And
short
I'm
bus,
not.
damn it.
I have a job.
Hey,
I'm not grifting for anything.
I'm grifting for a fucking short bus, so.
And the kind of help that I need can only be provided by medical professionals. So, we're all good on this end. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, we were talking about that whole Sancho Rebel thing, and I was saying I understand how people saying he's a pussy or whatever it is, and it was a bitch move, but it really wasn't a bitch move. I mean, if you're gonna serve
Yeah.
if you're gonna serve somebody, you do it when it counts, and right before he has court for an unrelated issue, I mean, you know what they say, when in Rome,
Was
so
that his second
Look,
or third one?
Connie tried to have him served with it more than once.
For just going down
Yeah.
to the police station doing an audit, right?
And Sancho was told that the only way to stop this little fuck from dragging him to court repeatedly was to get one on him.
yeah, absolutely. You got to do what you got to do.
That he needed paper on the books.
Now, I could have sworn there was 3 people that
What was
filed or have.
No, just 2.
Just 2?
yeah.
Soon to be a 3rd one?
Doubtful.
However many other people are out there.
Getting an HO on Rebel is so 2023.
Right. It's got to jump to the shark at this point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, he was a whole lot more subdued about court this last time.
Well, because that was like a pre.
For one thing, he took his safety blanket with him, and he didn't take his safety blanket the day he was sectioned.
Yeah. Wanted somebody to drive clear across town, 'town, to drop the keys off. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I, you know, got to do what you got to do.
That was a pretty short. Well, because that was like a pre.
For one thing, he took his safety blanket with him, and he didn't take his safety blanket the day he was sectioned.
Wanted somebody to drive clear across town, 'town, to drop the keys off. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, is she here? Where is she at? Here's my address.
I swear to
Come
God.
all the way back
He,
out
he
there.
would he would straight up walk around with a fistful of Ellen's hair up against his face with his thumb in his mouth like Linus.
Oh, somebody was it Tonic who played that? I never seen that one until he played that time when she had a fit in the courthouse. I don't know if you've seen that. It was like a few days ago. Tonic was playing it.
Yeah, we
Lost her absolute shit.
But he took his binky and his wibby to the courthouse in January, so he was okay.
So is the one that's coming up on the 20th was for the incident when he collapsed on the ground with all the other fun
He
shit.
still won't play with the Star Trek playset. I shamed him out of that once and for all.
Damn, him and Sully are back together?
Yeah, he needs a rideshare account for medical rides to the court. That was such a retarded thing for him to tell a police officer.
That's not what that's used for, but all right.
Of course, it's not what it's used for. But, why don't you just open your mouth to authorities that you're scamming the system?
Like you have other ones or like the same. So
And
I only
as
know
it
like
turns
PA, but
out, Stoughton Court is a 1 mile walk from where Connie lives.
so like the medical one, I don't know if they'll like take you shopping, this and that, or it could be
This
another local
34-year-old man is too lazy to walk a mile.
Oh shit, motherfucker struggles. Every time he goes to the store, he's got to take that shopping basket, about a mile through the parking lot and then parks it at the end. Douchebag. You could not just, dude, get a backpack.
You know what I wanted to tell him after his little display of fit earlier? I'm like, well, why don't you go get a job, Connie, and then you can come online and get money too.
Okay, so the rest of that recording I made earlier, I turned it into 3 other sound clips. We already listened to one of them, the beginning of it. Do you want to listen to the other 3?
Do I need to turn down the volume? Hold
I
on.
don't think so. I don't think so. I've got the volume.
I wound up telling that little fucker more than once that people might be more inclined to give him money if he were doing something to actually.
Wait, I'm going to go grab
himself.
more beer. And I'll let you know if I can hear it.
Okay.
Forever away.
Okay.
But here's the thing, y'all. If I continue to get no donations,
Liz, is that too loud?
Little baby.
Okay, hang on. Kick it down a little bit.
His voice is so jarring, though. I hate it.
Okay, let's try it again.
but here's the thing, y'all. If I continue to get no donations, like at all,
How's that?
That's good.
That
Okay.
one, yeah, you're good with that one.
Okay.
and it doesn't have to be $147 right up front, like right away, like just $147 in one lump sum. Like, let's just say I don't get donations at all anymore. Okay? But neither should those motherfuckers get donations any fucking more.
Why? Why shouldn't they get donations? And who was he talking about?
A lot of other people picked. That's where I guess the 147 came from. Everybody started using that. That shows when it's like 147. Why wouldn't you just round it off to 150? We're here to really fuck with people.
Because I think he got a $3
$147
donation, Zero.
change.
His original
Okay.
amount was $150.
Huh?
Yeah, because I thought the other day he had it higher. I don't remember what the number was, but I remember going back later at some point and it was 147 and I thought, well, what the fuck is that shit? But
I need $147.58.
He's, I know you fucks have money.
That would be something that Rick Crude would do and claim that that's a receipt that he's doing, that he's giving you. So you can rest assured he's spending that 147.58 on exactly what he said he was going to spend it on.
Well, that's tax. Well, depending on what you're buying, but
All right,
I don't know.
here's
Do you have tax on like food out there, like produce, meat, stuff like that?
in Texas.
Yeah.
In Texas, there's no food tax, no, but everything else is taxed a flat tax of 8.25%.
Okay. So not food. So if it came to the exact number for like meat or whatever, produce, etc.
Well, I mean, they say not on food, right? So I guess it's perishable, non-perishable. So
And what he doesn't understand is that people don't give people donations based on how shiftless they are in life.
No, a lot of people actually do have money, but they also have what you would call content, basically. It's like almost similar, like paying for something for like Netflix or something along those lines, or like a movie ticket or something for entertainment, right? That there is a lot of shit that's going into that compared to just dead air with whatever the shit you're trying to play in the background. And
course-
then once in a while hop in. No, that's not even a sleep stream. Sleep streams at least get like thunderstorms with the rain, some calm, quiet humming, or relaxing music.
I
To
mean,
kind of go with that, some picture, maybe this, that, whatever.
I mean, I'm jaded on that whole thing because for me personally, I mean, all the years I've been on the internet for whatever reason, right? I mean, I don't know where I got this idea. It was probably just a product of the environment, if you will, at the time of in around the mid 90s into the late 90s, and especially in the early 2000s. It was, well, have you checked the internet? Have you checked the internet?
No.
All in the context of, I'd really like to, whatever it is, for say a cheaper price or maybe even for free, right? I have you checked the internet? Have you checked this website? Have you checked that website? Have you checked out this blog or whatever it is? And so and maybe that's just part of my retardedness, for lack of a better term, but that's the way I've always viewed it, and when I've done stuff like I was a machinist for many years. I was a programmer for many years. I've worked in all kinds of industries. I used to be a contractor for the Department of Defense. And I'm not trying to say I'm really smart, but I've been around and have been able to kind of wrap my mind around things. But like I used to have this ski boat, right? I bought off of Craigslist for $1,000 sight unseen. And eventually it had a Volvo Penta. It was a 86 or 84 or 86 Kobe, a ski boat. And it had a Volvo Penta motor in it. And it had an external water pump in the lower unit, obviously, and it had an internal water pump on the engine. Well, that's a Volvo motor. And, I mean, bottom line is, are you going to go spend $400 for, the engine water pump because it's a marine water pump? Now, just think about that, guys. It's a marine water pump. Or are you going to fucking go to the goddamn AutoZone and buy the same exact fucking pump for $30 and get your $5 back for the core charge because it pumps water wet marine, all that kind of shit. Anyway, whatever. And I mean, pressed out the bearing, made a little modification on a machine, just turned like 10 thousandths off the face of where the bearing rested for the pulley, pressed it all back together with a fucking arbor press and put it on my boat, and it fucking worked like a champ. But what I'm going a long ways to say is, one of my work buddies was like, dude, you need to put that on the fucking internet. That could save tons of people money. So again, it's like this thing of internet for free, or get over somehow or whatever it is. Look, Rebel even did the same thing the other day when he was saying, I say the other day, a few weeks ago, when he's like, I've been looking online for ways to make money. Why are you doing that, Rebel? Because you're looking for something for basically nothing. And then you're going to sit there and fucking chide everybody else and call them grifters and call them scammers and call them liars. And I just think that's unfair, especially in the face of, and this is really the crux of it all, for me anyways, is that the way I look at it as a viewer is it's not my fault that you can't monetize, Rebel. It's not my fault that you can't monetize, Rick Crude. It's not my fault that any of these motherfuckers that seem to have this issue that they complain about the money, can't get money the proper way. Your complaint is not with us. Your complaint is with YouTube, motherfucker. It doesn't have anything to do with me. This is, like Terry says, this is a buyer's market. This is how this works. And if I don't want to give you my fucking money, I don't fucking have to. I don't give a fuck if you put out the best content or the worst fucking content. It's my goddamn choice. And I mean, that's how I feel about it. And that's, I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
No. Same like some people that are like higher up with like the millions of or subscribers or partnered this and that. Well, maybe some kind of started that, but they're also self-promoting elsewhere. So you have to go to multiple fucking things, whether it's Twitter, Twatter, whatever the shit it is. This, that Instagram or whatever the hell it is, that, and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. Come check it out. Most of them are gamers, some are music, some are for this, that, whatever. And they have huge fucking followings. And oh yeah, you'll get even like ghost hunting or this, that, whatever. They have something that appeals to a lot of people. So yeah, with the ads every 2 fucking seconds, or I don't know, buy that premium. Get rid of all that shit. But whether people get donations or not, it's because people love watching that and they support whoever they're watching, or they really love it, and vice versa. I haven't seen too many. And now there's a few that I have seen. They're like sleep streams or relaxing for studying and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll be, whether they're monetized or not, also get donations, this and that, and then they'll pick up way later on, but nobody's really actually, they just let it go for like 24 hours a week or whatever. So to sit there and say, well, everybody's grifting, no, well, at least there's something going the fuck on. Nobody wants to sit there and watch dead ass air.
See, there are people in the community that will label any type of e-begging as grifting. And I think that there's a difference between e-begging and grifting and what Connie does.
And monetize and this and that, and whether they're partnered sponsorships and this is sponsored by this, I think I asked this one time, but what's the difference between e-begging and grifting?
Well, right. I mean, obviously it's used in a subjective manner on a broad spectrum of sarcasm, dripping with jealousy, and ladled with, sometimes just flat out hatred. I mean, really and truly, that's what it is. It's just like saying, I saw you in a chat and you support that person. That's ridiculous. Come on.
So
I wish
what is
people.
really grifting though?
I don't know, because I don't, when people say stupid shit like that, and especially way the fuck out of context and just to get under somebody else's skin, a lot of times I mean, I don't even give it any kind of attention, because it's just dumb. It really is. It's just dumb. It's either begging or it's not. It's either you need help. I mean, to me, you either need help or you don't. And I'm sorry, but certain people, I've already said their name, so everybody knows who I'm talking about. They go and they open their like 3 fucking freezers, and they're packed full of fucking meat and frozen vegetables and all of that kind of shit, and they want to turn around and ask for money, or just tell a big old fucking sob story, all for entertainment purposes, right? About how they need help with this and that, and they could use the money, or they don't have the money. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't call that bullshit.
Then what the hell is dry begging? Like, so you got
Again,
e-begging and dry begging. Are they all linked to the same thing, or are they different?
Well, again, it's subjective to the person, to everybody. Well, it may not be subjective to a lot of the people hearing it, but I think the most discerning people that do hear it see it for what it is. It's, as the person saying it is defining it in the context that they're putting it in, you either come to the conclusion that they're full of shit, or that there's something to what they're saying.
Or pity begging, or whatever the fuck. So basically, okay, you got a condom on, that's dry begging. Without a condom is e-begging. So grifting is what, hardcore? Like,
I honestly, Zero, I can't answer that question. I don't know.
at this point, you might as well go out and panhandle, because you'll make a shit ton more. Just go hang out on the street corner somewhere, or off the side of where everybody's coming out.
Well, that's where the laziness comes in, and for somebody like Rick, honestly, I it wouldn't shock me to find out that he's hanging out on street corners when he's not.
Well, at least he picks up cans, right? He's
Well,
never
yeah, I
asked
mean,
for
where do you
tickets that I remember of,
where do you think he gets them from?
everywhere else. From
I'm
his
just
own.
saying, I mean, typically that's where you would find a lot of cans, would be on street corners in seedy parts of town. It's kind of like
Right.
easy pickings. And while you're there, why don't you just holler at a few motherfuckers while you're on your scooter with your fake leg and all that shit, and just collect the dollars as they may or may not come in? I mean, if you're going to put the effort in, right? I don't know, man.
I've
Again,
seen some fucked up shit though with that. It was like, even back in the 90s, people would dress up looking like homeless, this and that. They'd make a killing with whatever. Followed one motherfucker took off his shit in a suit and hopped into a fucking BMW and drove away. I was like, what the actual fuck?
yeah, man.
You
With the part
on
of
their break or what? Fuck.
yeah, and welcome back, Terry. Good to have you
Yeah.
back, sir.
Well, as the local expert, I was laying on my couch dozing off, It embrace the arms of sleep. And then you annoyed me with not knowing the difference between grifting, scamming, and dry
Yes, please
begging.
tell me.
All right,
Yes,
I can tell you what
enlighten
it
us,
is
sir.
for me, at least.
And
right?
see, support it. See, and that's the thing with Connie, is that he thinks his weed and cigarette habit is on equal footing with buying a generator for somebody, or helping them with a move, or helping them pay a bill.
Well, it's a survival, because you don't need water or food. You can just survive off of cigarettes and weed, and you're good for the rest of your life, right? I mean,
All right, but
common
real
sense,
quick,
right?
since I'm the expert in all things internet culture, so let me
Well,
give
he
you the
decided,
explanation.
he screams
All right.
about his mother having to carry groceries, and I'm thinking, You little motherfucker. I mean, if you had spent 6 months saving half of your weed donations,
Get
you
a
could have
tote.
bought an entire set of tires.
Oh, that
Is,
thing was
is that thing
stupid.
on?
Okay, Terry, let's hear it.
Yes,
Let's hear it.
thank you. So, okay, so let me explain it to you. So, we start with scamming. So, scamming for me is when you break the law,
Yeah, I got
by
that.
acquiring money with dubious ways, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
grifting for me is when you pretty much do the same thing without breaking the law, right? That would be like I don't know. I need money for gas, but then you buy weed, shit like that.
So
I
that's
would
grifting.
I would call that a grift, yeah. And
Yeah.
dry bagging is when you're on your stream and say, "Oh, dude, that's such a nice phone. I would like to have that phone, dude.
So it's like a
Oh,
pity thing.
like just it's like asking without asking, you know." Where it'd be
When
like,
Right, because you would have to be able to determine the motive, right? You like this, this person has no intention of actually sacrificing anything of their own to acquire the phone, so they just not necessarily complain, but they complain until somebody
yeah,
gives.
right. When you don't come out and say, "Hey guys, I need a new phone," But
Right.
when you go like, "Oh, my phone's broken," I was looking up phones, shit like that, and
Right.
just want to.
So if that scenario were to be played out to say 50 people, 10 of them may view that it's not grifting or dry begging at all and just give the money, where the other 40 of them would be like, this motherfucker's a dry begging piece of shit.
See, at the end of the day, I think what everybody does with what you do with your personal money is kind of your thing. It's
Yeah.
dude, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, right.
I mean, but also a sucker is born every day.
Which yes, and which is what I think. Yeah, some of these people rely on, and that's why there's the perceived persistence of the grift or the beg, because you're 100% right, Terry. There's a sucker born every minute, and say, like in Rebel's case, I believe that Ellen has drilled that into his head since the day that sucker fell out of her vagina,
Mm.
Yeah, well,
and appropriately so.
I think with him is also
Thanks for the
the
mental image.
but
You're welcome.
I think with Connie also the thing is like, so since it at now at least, like for a year or so, or longer, like communities tend to merge, right? So there's always a stream of new people who discover him, right? Like from different communities. So, and that's when he usually like reinvents himself, or tries
Yes,
to rewrite history or something, right?
yes,
Because there might be some suckers in that new batch of people, that he
that's
can
right.
like
it's
lure
like
in.
the time grifting is like the time Connie. Every time Connie would lean on those fucking tires
And
for
went
money,
straight to weed.
and then he would go buy weed.
And what
So
what is
that's
so what is so
basically a
special about
scam,
Connie
though.
for me is like, so his life is miserable, right? So, I mean, dude, he cannot have a happy life, right? But how much do you have to despise work to choose this over like
Bill
getting a
couldn't even
job?
either flip burgers or clean
That's and
fry
see, that's
baskets
what
at
makes
Shitty
me
Beef.
hold him in such utter contempt, Terry. Is just how utterly shiftless he is.
But imagine you're working at a place that you absolutely love till the one burned down.
I mean, the absolute terror in his voice the day he realized
Fuck these fries.
that the donos were draining away at a rapid pace.
That's happened every year, though.
Oh, well, it started up in late 2022 and it continued throughout all of last year. That's when it really kicked up, and it took about a year to choke him off. And At the time he really started to figure it out, the utter terror in his voice as he said, "You want to condemn me to McDonald's?"
Well, to be fair, he said he worked at McDonald's 2 weeks and was the hardest 2 weeks in his life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the hardest
well, I'm
fucking thing in the
assuming that he
world.
quit without notice and they wouldn't rehire his worthless ass anyway.
Of
I mean,
course
And
two
then
they
weeks,
will.
buying
dude. 2 weeks.
from probably the same
That
place.
is the puppy period, you know, where you don't have to like do hard shit or something, where they learn you basically what you have
Wait,
to do.
But
I
it was
guess.
the
I'm on to
hardest
something here.
thing he had ever endured.
Is that the same one that he worked at that he continuously kept going down and buying shit and miraculously or whatever it burns down? Disgruntled employee?
Well, that's where you're wrong because you gave the suffix of employee.
Yeah, he might be disgruntled.
Yeah, he's
Well,
definitely
employed at one
disgruntled.
point, so disgruntled at one point.
No,
Employee.
that he
went
was
back.
then he would be a disgruntled trainee. That's what he was never like
Oh,
a full
right.
fledged employee.
Let's listen to the third clip. If you don't, Terry, you want to sit in on this?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go.
And I can't control where people give their money, where people donate. I'm not going to tell people who they can and can't donate to. But it's just like when there's people out here grifting, clearly e-begging, and they're doing it in front of all of us, and it's okay for them to do it, but then they're going to tell anybody out here or anyone else that it's wrong. They should not get fucking donations. I am praying that Poon didn't get any donations. I'm fucking praying that Mr. P didn't get any donations. Like, I'm praying all those motherfuckers didn't get any donations. Because if I can't get any donations out here, none of those motherfuckers should either.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it because it's got another 20 or 30 seconds, and there's another.
Well, at
there's
least
another
he
clip
found
to go.
Jesus, right?
You
At least he
triggered me
found
into
Jesus.
something for that one motherfucker. So
He's so
I don't know if I
retarded.
should
He
say
just
it, though.
doesn't understand that this was never about him asking for or even getting donations. It was about everything that came after.
But don't y'all
Remember, he
see?
didn't start it for donations or
This
to
is
get money.
this is the ice cream scene played out right here.
Yep.
He's
He is
attempting.
back at the table, dude.
He's yep. No. Now he's put himself in Mary's shoes and
Huh?
Ellen's shoes, and he views us as the little rebels at the table that won't do the dishes. That's what he is.
That would, but with him also, so like his tragedy is like, you know, because like I'm coming always back to this community merger thing, because this is for me, this is the root of all evil. Also, why it's going downhill here. You know, I'm more like Japan. I'm an isolationist. But like, dude, the thing is like when it was just drama and let's say 1A, right? They were already kind of merged. So Connie was the premier lol cow, right? So when other communities came in, every community has a little Connie, you know. All of a sudden, there's competition, you know, in the local market.
Yes,
And that's why he's not a single one anymore. So now the cake is not getting bigger, but it gets divided with more people. You know?
that's right.
Actually, there is another Connie, female, from I guess like Evil Ghost side, if anybody knows Connie something rather, but the female other Connie would be that grift happens. There you go, said it.
Yeah, well, that's true. But it is what it is, you know. But
You already know what I'm talking about.
I think his money is fainting, you know. And like the real interesting part, and I don't know if we have the privilege to watch it unfold on live streams and shit, is when Ellen is gone. What he's gonna do then?
But you know, see, people get ugly around here, though. See, STL restreamed Jamie's live stream a couple of weeks ago, and in the chat, there were all sorts of tacky things being said about me. And one of the things that was being said was that what has happened to me is karma for Rebel.
What
Yeah,
the
well,
fuck is that dumbass shit? Was that the same time when I hopped over in his fucking chat and it said, really?
That somehow the
Bruh?
death of my spouse
Is karma
and my
because of what you did
reduced
to Kanye?
circumstances as a result is
Dummy.
karma because I helped dried up Rebel's donations.
See,
That's
I
fucking sick right there.
well,
yeah,
that's the
Fuck
problem.
that.
As soon as you're around here, like disclose any personal shit, people gonna use it against you. Like no matter what it is, you know.
yeah, that's true. And I mean, it's this isn't unique to YouTube either. I mean, it's just unique to really really shitty depraved people. I think.
That's right.
And oddly
That's
enough,
sick though.
that person that said that, I've never done one fucking thing to them. Not one.
I remember
start.
seeing that, but I don't remember who said it. And you don't
No,
have to
not
say
you.
it if you don't want
I'm
to.
not going to, but
Okay.
that person that said it, I've never done one fucking thing to them. Not one.
That's like a fuck. I don't even know where to begin with that one. Did you?
It's just ignorance, you know. I've been blamed for the Holocaust many a times.
I mean,
It's your fault, Terry. Come on.
I got blamed for typing racial slurs in Abe's chat earlier, and everybody
You know-
knows that's
Right.
complete bullshit.
See, the thing is that the issue with Rebel was never the fact that he's poor or that his mother's on Section 8 or that he doesn't have a job or that he was begging for money or he wanted donation. It was never any of that. He'd still be getting donations if he didn't treat all his donors like shit.
And or blackmailing and extortion. That
In
comes
fact,
into play with
The
that little
people
shit.
around here, there would be some telling him, get a job. But you know what? If he had treated his viewers that donated to him like gold,
You won't have to worry about
Yeah, well,
shit.
that's why he is
Well,
in need
Liz-
of a constant
well-
influx of new people.
Liz, I disagree with you there, just from the simple fact that we like Voodoo and I were never in it to get treated a certain way. We never asked anything of him. You know, it was more of a
but
like with the laptop. Okay, it was the same thing with Candace and the money that
You
she
felt
gave him.
bad for this old brat, and then
And right, well, and as the more time went by, it was like, God damn, this person's right. God damn, I mean, and there
Yeah,
was a
dude, but
inundation.
that's the usual circle, you know. It's
Right.
it's the same thing.
yeah,
with,
and when
with,
did you figure
Hey,
out I was
yeah.
right? Bedtime
It's-
clown.
you know, it's like with every lolcow. It's the same thing with our German local lolcows and shit like that. First time you
Like,
see
you
them,
could
you go like, oh, this dude is having a rough time. You know, I feel kind of sorry for him. And the more you see and the more you hear, you go like, fuck this dude. You know.
Yes, precisely, exactly.
you could have 1,000 people tell you something, but it's like,
I mean, the times
let me
that
find
he
out
made
myself.
Rosie Red
Right?
cry alone.
Everybody said the same thing to Exile too.
I mean,
but
just
it's like,
just enough to make you want to take him out back. You know.
Oh, absolutely. You know, 100%. You know, there's no delusions about that. You know, but you know, the thing is even if he had, say, I mean, I don't know what treating them like gold would have been, like what that entails. But even if he had not done what he did, okay,
it was too much. You're like,
we
yes.
we would not have continued to give him money for the simple fact that what he was given, he squandered.
Well, yeah, that's true. But you
You know.
also have to understand that there are viewers here. I'm really not aware of them because I really don't receive donations outside of the times that when I've asked. I really don't. And because it's just not in my nature to try to push
Right.
for that.
But don't feel ashamed to ask for fucking help. Fuck that. I don't give a shit what anybody
And
says.
so there are viewers here though that hand out $5-10 every couple of live streams or so, and Rebel would have had his share of those, and they
Fucking
would have added up
dollar I
over time.
need.
Well, Richard Cheese, real quick. Yeah, it's getting silent around the Drachenlord, but he's still around.
And there's a lot less of that going around now because of Rebel.
Yeah,
Well, there's
people
oh, sorry.
get burned, and then they
They get burned.
The next time they think twice.
That, I mean, regardless of getting doxxed, this and that, whether it's you're trying to blackmail or, like, let's say if you got something on somebody that was personal, this and that, you already got fucking, what the hell was that, for that state that, wiretapping, all that fun shit, right? And then you try to extort people. If you don't give me this, I'm going to do this with this. Fuck out of here, bitch. How about I show up fucking tomorrow, motherfucker? What are you going to do then? Call 911 real quick. What are they going to fucking do? Remember, you keep telling them not to send people over there. What's to say that I just crash right through that fucking window? Sorry, place is made out of shit anyways. Either I break my
This is all
fucking legs.
hypothetical, by the way.
Yeah,
just
of course.
so
Of course.
everybody's aware.
Theater of
No,
the
it's
mind.
hypodermical.
Theater
Get
of
it
the
right.
mind.
Or damn it. To just kick that shit down, drag you up by your I don't know, eyebrow.
Let's listen. Let's continue. Eyebrow. He's got plenty of hairs. You could grab him by.
And the thing
Let's-
is about asking for help. And other than the thing with Rebel, in all my time here, I have never ever pointed fingers at anybody or said hateful things to anybody that were in genuine need, ever, or tried to make them feel like they were somehow less than or lower, or that they should lower their heads because ask for help here is a dual coin. It really is, because half of the people are going to be supportive, even if they can't help you financially. They're going to feel for your plight. And then the other half are going to make crazy fucking suggestions like you move in with your ex-husband's parents.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, there's like funny, helpful, concern trolling, and then there's just flat out idiocy. I mean, it's just...
No, but they all do. They all act the same. It's very interesting. Somebody has to study that shit. Like with Rebel also. Like someone with our local lolcow, like the Dragon Lord, right? So he was in court, and the judge said to him, "So listen, we gonna find you a job. We can learn a profession. We're gonna find you a new place to live, right? All you gotta do is quit that YouTube shit." And he said, nah, not gonna. I don't think so.
Then what happened to him?
Yeah, well, at the moment he's kind of homeless, but that's a different thing.
I mean,
So
well,
let me
it's
give you
again,
an
it's all about options, I mean,
This is for me. So if I've ever donated to anybody, first of all, anybody else, it's none of your fucking business. Once that money leaves my hand, at that point, it's no longer my fucking business. You're going to use it for whatever, this, that, da, da, da. I'm not going to hold it to you. Be like, hey, remember that one time I sent this, that, da, da, drag it out, like years along. Remember that time? No, fuck all that stupid shit. That's just me. And I know there's a lot of fucked up people that actually did do that. It was like, I gave you your $20. You owe me this because you didn't, whatever the fuck. Just be cautious, regardless. If you want to donate or help somebody out, pay it forward, this, that, whatever. That once that leaves your general, you just hand it off. There ain't shit else you can do about it.
Yeah,
Simple
dude,
as that. Unless it's a
it's always
loan or it's
see
a
for me it's always
contracted.
with donations. Like when I give something, first of all, I give it's like setting money on fire, right? So I never give money
Yes.
that I need for living. So
Right.
it's just like money that I have to spend, right? So I don't put myself in financial straits for other people. Why should I, right?
Well, always never put yourself
Yeah,
into like a
but
financial.
the thing is like, so I don't care what people do with that money when I give it, except when they say they need it for a special thing, you know, and
Then,
then
hey, if
they
it
have
goes
something
to
else.
that and something extra, or
But
whatever,
also my
you have that.
reaction is then yeah, well, that was the last time I gave you something, you know, because like
Right.
why should I?
But I
Hang
mean,
on a
other
second,
than that,
guys. You guys can, if you don't mind, give me just a couple of minutes. I'm going to be off the thing.
2 minutes are gone. Are you back?
He wants minutes.
Minutes. 1,000, 2, 1. No, I'm not gonna count that shit
Quite excessive.
because everybody. Give me 1 second. 1, 5, 5. But that's just me, and then I also know like a lot of other good-hearted people that no, fucking, you need help whether you want to, help in general, just because whatever, and regardless if people have money or not. And if I've ever donated anything, it wasn't to ice out Connie. Actually, there was one that was for a carton of cigarettes. But other than that, no. I thought it was funny as hell until I saw the safe full of fucking curtains. I was like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, enough to everybody gets a pack in the city. But no. I never ask anything in fucking return because that's the dumbest shit, too.
Yeah,
And don't ever expect shit back or anything like that because, that's what I've learned over time. So, regardless, once that leaves your fingertips, say bye-bye. I mean, hopefully whoever that you either donated to or gifted, this and that, they use it for the right reasons that they've said. If
weed
not,
and
whatever.
cigarettes.
And I'm not demanding receipts, this, that, show me your fucking fucking people and fucking receipts. Hold on, where's that receipt for the fucking tortas I picked up? I'll show you a fucking receipt. You want to say I got
Oh, receipts are important, sir.
Well, I used to use them all the time. Well, you apparently committed a crime here around this date and time. I'm like, oh, the fuck I did. This shows where I was around that time. And there's video evidence. So, meh, fuck off.
I
That's
find it
what I'm
all.
thinking of receipts and shit. Not,
Yeah, see, I find it always funny with the receipts when you say something to people and then they say, "Yeah, then pull it up, show the clip." You know, like you always run around with the right clip in
I
case
just
you run
have
into the
this
person.
fucking infinite storage on my phone, and I can just throw it up there. I can't even hold 2 fucking windows on my phone because I've learned that one yet. Sure, I'll just pull it up. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, it's a strange magical place out here.
Or you can use that same bullshit. Check my community page. If I had one. I still haven't even figured out that one.
Good old community page.
I think you need like how many subscribers for that?
I don't know. I think 500 or
Oh well,
300, but I'm not too
that's
sure.
fucking forever away, and obviously I'm never gonna stream on my channel, upload videos here and there. Was never meant to go live streaming, but if I happen to, I'll be later down the line, and sure the fuck ain't gonna be in the fucking drama community. Let's put it that way, and it'll be called something different.
Oh, I always said that, dude. If I ever would to try to do something serious on YouTube, dude, I would do far away from this community, and nobody would know.
It's gonna be called something completely the fuck different.
Would probably be German too, just to be safe.
I may as well put it in like a different country too. Hey, why not? It's only set for this province or.
See,
No,
Richard, I think it's not 50 because I got close to 200 subs. I'm very popular, but the the thing is, like, till now I have no community tab, you know. So
Okay, I'm back.
different for other people. Oh,
everybody says you can hit up your community tab, but I swear you need this, that, whatever.
yeah. Well, I don't know how to activate it then. If that is the case, you know.
I don't even know how many watch hours. I probably have nothing for that. The backup channel that I had with, I don't know, that random shit I had posted. I was on a plane ride, looked out the window, recorded some shit, looked like something on fire, something else happened. It had like 500 views from that fucking clip from like 2019. I think I posted like last year.
Yeah.
It hit
No, your
500 or
backup
some
channel
shit
where you
like
keep
that. I
the
was like,
plane crashes and shit.
500. I'm still sitting at 11 subs. It doesn't matter. But somebody viewed that 500 fucking times or something, and I was like, the fuck? All right, whatever. I'll call that viral.
Oh, see, Richard, that makes sense because I don't post very regularly, but do streams regularly. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know I didn't have very many subscribers, and all. I think I opened YouTube one day at work to find something to listen to,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I had it too on the channel that I deleted. That worked
yeah,
there.
it just popped up and said you can now talk to your community, and I was like, what community? Okay.
Community? What is this shit? What does that mean?
All right, let's finish.
Yeah.
Let's
Sorry, I
finish.
was eating something. I got munchies. You know, Connie is so stupid. See, it is not. It is not a secret among people who know me that I am a medical user.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I can't afford it right now. I'm not buying it right now. But when you don't fuck people over, there are people that will take care of you while you're in crisis.
yeah. She's like, I got the fucking munchies. I had to go munch fucking.
I had to go fucking put up extra provisions because I was getting rained on in here.
Oh shit!
And for me, it's not about getting blitzed. It's about medical use. It really is.
Yeah. No, you said arthritis and whatever else.
I have PTSD and arthritis. It took.
Okay. Yeah.
I gave the mental health profession 10 years to get me back to where I was. And
You
they
like fucking pills.
And they failed. And so I made some choices and some changes. And whenever you do what I am doing with it, you basically give up any recreational aspect.
Yeah. But you're pretty stony right now?
No, not really.
Unless it's more or less CBD or...
Actually, that's another thing. I don't just use the fun part of it. I am into the C-noids, if you will, as well, because they do offer pain, anxiety, and depression relief.
Mhm.
For real.
I'm not an expert on that.
And when
That's
you
all.
and when you combine those with THC, they work even better.
And you're like, wee, cotton mouth.
Well, no,
all
actually,
along, and then
it's not we. It really isn't, because they kind of balance each other out.
the cotton mouth.
No, not the cup. Listen, let's finish this clip and then move on to the fourth one so we can all get out of here. Hang on,
Like, I'm pretty sure I'm hurting financially more than any of those motherfuckers. So, really, it's just like what makes them motherfuckers think they should get donations. I can survive without donations. I've survived without coming on here and asking for donations.
let me rewind that a little bit. Did I hear that right?
Coming on here and asking for donations. Should get donations. I can survive without donations. I've survived without coming on here and asking for donations.
That's amazing.
It might not be comfortable, but I can survive. And so if I can survive and I'm more broke than they are, then they can fucking survive.
Well, I would argue that government handouts are some kind of donation, But
Well, I mean, you got food, you got water, you got running water, like all that shit's included.
Should go.
Not the food.
Sorry, I was just queuing up the next one.
No, I was saying, I mean, like Section 8, dude, you get like, what is it? Internet, sewage, garbage, water, roof over your head, even sometimes fully furnished. Plus you got, I mean, I guess the mom SSI or whatever the shit, or both of them for disability, this, that.
Yeah, I mean that shit that I pay
Food
into
cards.
every fucking week that I've worked for the last fucking 35 years of my life. Yeah, uh-huh.
yeah, but you're a sucker.
I'm
See,
not
all you
talking
got to
about
do
the
is
ones
go
you
live
pay
on
into.
YouTube.
That's right. I have to be really insolent and indignant.
Not the pay into one. Also, you have food banks around that you can either hit each week or once a month, this and that. And I'm pretty sure they're all using that.
Well, look, Zero, I'm well aware that there are plenty of ways to grift in this life. I told Rebel,
Grifting.
I
if you
told
need help
I
with
I told Rebel that if he wanted cigarettes, all he had to do, and it was it's a double whammy. I'm all about the multitasking and the multi-purpose. All he had to do was go hang out in front of AA and NA meetings.
Oh,
He
yeah.
could even get
You
a
get both
sponsor. They would tell him to go out there and pick up the cigarette butts. Listen, you can get free cigarettes from there fucking all day, every goddamn day. You don't have to come on YouTube and bother these fine people and try to make them feel guilty into donating to you. But no, he wouldn't listen.
And sometimes they have, always coffee, bottled water.
He does love coffee.
Make work.
There's always coffee at those places. Sometimes you'll even get donuts or pastries, depending.
Might even stumble ass backward into a fucking job opportunity. You never know.
Oh,
well,
no, they'll definitely help you out with that.
Just
even
to
if you get
address
sponsored.
hustle real quick. Yeah, I have to check that out again, but I think I already tried that. See, my theory is that it's because I'm German and YouTube is very racist. I think that's the problem.
That's probably it.
Damn krauts. I do have sauerkraut though.
Haven't you read the Haven't you read the TOS, Terry? Where you're not supposed to be saying that against the home platform.
Oh,
Can't point that out.
all right.
Kind of like
Don't strike.
I'm grateful for the opportunity that YouTube provides me, of course.
Right. I am especially grateful, YouTube.
shit.
Anyway, here's the fourth clip.
Let's go.
Should go and get a fucking job. Get the fuck off of YouTube. Stop fucking grifting. Like, they should be well more than way well off at this point with all the bragging that they do about working. Then they shouldn't come on here and fucking grift.
So, I got an answer to that one. A lot of people do hang out on YouTube that actually go out and fucking work this and that. And maybe they're not into video games, or maybe they don't have, cable, this, that, whatever. This is a little getaway, etc. for like a few days or weekends or whatever days that they have off.
That's
all I
right.
got
For me,
to
it's
say.
just an opportunity to talk with people all over the world I would never have a chance to talk to otherwise, right? Like
And
without
that's it.
YouTube, we would have never met, we would have never talked. So I think it's kind of cool. in
Gary's
that
not
regard.
really in Germany. He's out in fucking Cali at the moment.
Yes, that's right. No, I'm in Moscow.
So first and foremost, when Connie begs for money for cigarettes, he's begging for top tier premium name brand.
Newports.
I've already gone through this shit enough times, and a lot of people already know. I was like, you can buy like a little hand roller for like $5, right? Me, I bought like an actual fucking hand crank thing you don't have to plug in the wall. I mean, you have those too.
Yeah, we
Like
have
a
those where you
bag
have
of
like
tobacco.
you buy the filters and the
Yes.
shells, and you put the tobacco
Yeah, that's
in,
what
and
I'm
you can
talking
make
about.
your
Yeah.
own cigarettes. Yeah.
I can crank out a carton in
Not to
5 minutes.
mention that Connie is utterly uninterested in giving a little to get a little. He wouldn't think of making his money go further by rolling his own.
You have different brands, less
That's too much
chemicals.
work.
That's the laziness. Yeah,
Too much like work.
fuck that.
What
I
a
ain't doing all that.
bitch. I mean, like, even Bray, I was like, dude, you've been picking up this and that if you need to. And there's different brands of tobacco, so if you're menthol or lighter or whatever the hell it is, all the way up to your premium shit. You got regular, you got hardcore, this and that, depending, different tastes. It's a lot better without like your bleach, chlorine, this, that, rat poison, etc. all up in there.
Yeah, I think by and large he's too lazy, and
Then get an electronic one.
so just like the argument that people were making when Voodoo and I were donating to him, I mean, I've seen Liz say it and heard her say it on her own streams too, and in the past that you're exacerbating the you're delaying the inevitable.
Yeah.
And it's not helpful. It comes to a point when it's not helpful. And case in point would be the money that he received for the car repairs. When he was online saying that it was a few $100 and he got that few $100, then he came clean with us and told us that it was more like $3,500. To which we looked at each other and went, "Ain't no fucking way, motherfucker!" I know when I went live after that infamous weekend, and said, "You guys were right, man. Fuck that dude." I mean, that was 6
and it
months.
was only then that you donated to Brett.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I am going to keep on hammering that because he keeps on trying that. I was like, quit fucking with the timelines, quit lying about the timeline. You turn on people first.
yeah, I mean, literally, and the only thing, like, Brett's got it down. The only thing that's not correct, and it's not that Brett's lying. It's not that at all. It's just not correct. Is that us saying that he wasn't going to get any more money. That had occurred. I get what I'm saying is it did occur, but it occurred at a way previous spot in the timeline is what I'm saying. There was a time when we did have a medical expense that we were putting out, not for us, for someone else, for her mother specifically. And it was a lot of money. And sorry, Rebel, family comes first, and you're right, Liz. He did twist that later on and but yeah, that's the only thing. Like Brett, pretty much, and some
Oh,
of
and
the
I
others.
see, but I remember exactly how all that went down. I remember
Yeah.
he had bought that ounce of weed a couple of days before, and you're like, we just bought you that ounce of weed, and he flipped the fuck out.
This weed is shit. Well, first of all, you're the dumbass who
He
picked
said,
it up.
"This
You
weed
stupid
sucked. I only paid 115 for that ounce."
But the
fucker.
thing
The
was,
bottom shelf.
the thing
And
was,
see, and do you know what that tells you? Do you know what that tells you right there? That tells you that what he had been using your money for was to buy high test.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we gave him the money for the car, I told her, I said, don't be surprised if he's online saying that, all of a sudden talking about weed and he's high for the next however many days and all of that.
Making
You know?
another weed review.
Yeah, another weed. Yeah, people were talking about weed reviews back then. I remember that. And he tried to do a couple of them.
This
But
dumb shit said strand. I remember that and was like, hey, that's cool. In the video game, I know what strand is, and I also know what a strain is, you fucking idiot.
but that
Oh,
in
But yeah,
particular,
he wasn't just buying weed with his donations. He was buying high test.
what the hell is that?
High test cannabis is cannabis that is content over 30% THC. So when he complained about that ounce that only cost him $115, he was talking about an ounce of weed that he had purchased that was not high test cannabis.
It's still better than the 90s because holy fuck, either you got this, that, whatever, and I'm not talking about that brick shit. And Texas, sorry, trashy fucking around that time. But
No, weed is legal here. They just call it something else now.
no, but when I lived out there, was like Tex-Mex, and it came in bricks. Super
Yeah, well,
seedy, stemmy.
no, you can go
fucking garbage.
places and buy it now. Honest to God.
Oh no,
And-
that's fucking awesome. But
But he was complaining about $115 for an ounce of weed, that it was weak, and that's why he smoked it up so
shit, I
fast.
would have charged you like
Which
damn near
tells me
$400 an
what
ounce.
he had been buying with money. He had been buying high test cannabis. He had been buying smaller, more expensive quantities, eighths, if you will, 3.5 grams of high test strains, so he could get more blitzed. And because he was buying that high test cannabis, it was costing more.
Never heard it called that.
My fucking tent hasn't arrived yet.
Terry,
I just
Terry,
call it chronic and get.
I wasn't
fucking
gonna
high
say
as
anything,
fuck.
buddy.
I mean,
Dude, I'm still pissed.
that high test, that government shit, or G13. Well, that got blown out of the water real quick compared to the shit that you have now. Fucking. But yeah, like the government fucking shit. You get high for like 8 hours. Like, what the fuck? I'm seeing shit now.
Well, so before we wrap this up, because I want to go to sleep, but what's happening on the old Abe front over there, Terry?
Oh well, nothing much. I was tuning in his live. You were there shortly in the chat too. Where he was just like,
He went
so
live again?
the problem with him is like he conflicting a copyright strike with a strike because of his opinions and thingies, you know. Like I would imagine it's a different thing.
My freedom was taken from you as I.
It's like if I
still-
would upload a Disney movie or something, and then
Yeah.
they're taking my right of speech away.
Yeah. Well, there are some of those people that are absolutists. They think that they can just pretty much steal anything.
Yeah,
I mean-
well, I'm kind of a free speech absolutist myself. Like I think
But-
people can say whatever they like, right? But it's a copyright strike, dude. It's just
Yeah,
know?
but you
And
there's an
even-
FB.
And
Go ahead.
even Connie, you gotta give it that figured out how to circumvent those strikes, right? by making
But
it
Connie,
somewhat
he
transformative.
doesn't care. He doesn't care if you've lost any sleep because you're worried about keeping the lights on, or he doesn't care if you're worried about putting gas in the car or food on the table or paying your rent. He doesn't care about any of that. He talks about, I've been homeless. I've been homeless. They weren't paying rent then. They were Section 8ers.
Well, they were also living for free, I guess, at the grandmother's house for a while. Whether the other one had a job or not, Connie was just like,
Nobody had a job. Ellen did it.
whatever.
He didn't. He was a house bitch. He
I think
was
I
the
asked it.
house bitch.
Okay, the house bitch.
Man, that was like one of the most telling interchanges that just one of the most telling things that ever came out of Ellen's mouth was the whole 40 years family owned house speech.
I
And
feel like I'm a house
and it
bitch
couldn't
now
have been
too.
kept up without Costa's help. Not Costa. He went out to work and helped keep food on the table. No, wasn't any of that. No.
Well, what's his prized possessions at the moment? Most some of them Disney movies that probably aren't
They're
worth
Yeah.
collectibles.
depending on the
And he talks about how we
copies.
stole his future. Nobody stole his future. His
Yeah,
future.
everybody, it's
Nobody stole his future.
you know, actually
He was
stole
a
his future
shiftless,
himself.
jobless bum house bitch before Kate Peter, before Turtle Boy, before Brett Killoran. All of it.
And before the one scam that
Before
his
the
mommy
grandmother,
pulled out.
hey, he was a shiftless, useless bum house bitch before his grandmother passed away.
Apple
Well,
doesn't fall
yeah,
from
I
the
mean, he
tree
wouldn't do the
without.
dishes.
So now he's a complete chef. I remember one day he was cooking something like, well, noodles isn't that fucking hard. You just boil them till tender or whatever. I mean, you can set a time if you want, but
Well, as quit. I cannot drop the link myself because this channel treats me poorly. I have no wrench here.
That's not true. You don't have a wrench. Wait,
I mean,
are
I
you?
remember when
nobody's got a
Xavier got
wrench.
money for that generator and he was
Recording.
so boiling angry. He went through his Amazon gift list. You know, he was just, ugh, it was so gross.
Yeah, but thanks, Bedtime Clown.
We're not very efficient here, Terry. We do countdowns and shit. You know.
It's all right. You know, fucking communists.
We have countdowns for what?
There, goddamn it!
We might as well get
You
it
got
over.
your fucking link posted and your goddamn wrench. It's
Oh, do you
okay.
like-
I
like-
could.
Damn,
according to
Terry,
Connie
what a
and
little bitch you are.
yeah, all right.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, like, remember when
America.
Connie, when it was Connie's birthday, and he was afraid that people come over, and he was clinking the dishes together, like to pretend he has a gun or something. That was so funny.
Terry got a wrench. What about my wrench? What about his? What about half the people on the channel? We all need to have blue sleeves.
What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. Fuck off. Sorry, continue.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Just leave it open.
I'm just amazed, you know, in general. I think a lot of the time I'm just sometimes I'm mouth agape, like when Rick's calling my wife an N-word with the hard R.
That's, by the way, is the only account who has super moderator privileges on my channel. Is the hard R.
To be, I mean, you call everybody that, this, that, under the fucking sun. Try to come up with names like other people's names. I know who you are. Da-da-da. I'm like, is that really me?
Hey, man. Yeah, I was surprised that the hard R didn't make an appearance that day. It was actually amazing. I can't believe he got so upset. I mean, in a way, I can. But
Yeah, well, you can be quite explicit.
Dragon.
I mean, some people just take this shit so seriously. Like, dude, I wasn't meaning for you to take it that far.
Yeah, well, that's kind of Rick thing, you know.
Yeah,
How far do we need to go?
So where's the line? Hold my beer.
right.
Yes, Dragon Lady. Give me another beer. Oh, never mind. I got one.
Hold my dog.
Oh, come on.
I was inquiring, like, I want to know, like, what he knows about necromancy, because you know, somehow,
Necromancy or necromancing or necro?
yeah, like because he brought his dog back from the other realm.
I had nothing to do with that. That one, man.
Realm, room, potato.
I can grow potatoes. Would you like one?
Yeah.
I brought
What's
it
up,
from
Mammy?
my microphone. No, I don't
Dude, these
really
people
fucking-
around here, dude, that's the magical thing, dude. It's like it's hard to come by like so many of those people, right? It's just great, dude.
Well, you know, I think with the addition of the video aspect, it just confirms what a lot of us, you know, prior to social media being branded social media, always suspected that there's a bunch of fucking window licking, tinfoil hat wearing whack jobs on the internet, you know, and now
I take resentment to that.
without actually having to go and peer in their windows like some kind of a fucking weirdo, all we have to do is open up YouTube or
I'm gonna
TikTok.
start licking my walls now. Let me see what they taste like.
Yeah, lick your walls real quick.
That's a rental, or those lead painted walls.
Yeah, the good one.
That I don't know. I'll start with the windows.
I guess we'll find out.
As I'm playing Window Licker by Aphex Twin. Yeah.
You lick windows with culture.
Yeah.
Hey, damn it, I'm a retard too. What? I mean, whatever. I still need my helmet. No, I pawned that off. I think Abe gave it to D-Ban. So I need like a new helmet with like the little spinner on top. And some overalls, I guess. And it's walk around with the damn balloon tied to my wrist. Whatever. Oh, and I need to get like a pony or something, or like a miniature horse or donkey or something.
Miniature horses are mean.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna try to ride it, even though I'll probably be walking it up to the fucking store.
So what do you need it for?
To look like a dumb retard. Hey guys.
Oh, you don't need a horse for that.
That's all right. I'll take you.
I'm sorry. It's just like,
So I got a real doctor's opinion about like what goes on the you know, on these YouTube streets, and it's
The sort of general malaise that only the genius possess and the insane lament.
What?
Listen, he's been at this a long time.
At the age of 18, I went off to evil medical school.
I describe this place to a friend of mine today
Oops.
as a twisted sort of brigadoon. It's a place you cannot explain to outsiders.
Well,
It's a
I mean-
spiral that nobody wants to go down.
well,
but
I
some
always
get sucked
explain
in.
it like this. I always say it's white trash TV where you can be a participant.
Trash TV.
It's very
YouTube in
attractive.
general.
It-
You wanna go down that rabbit hole?
I'm not even talking about the YouTube aspect of it. I am talking about the social circle aspect of it.
Oh well, okay, so it's like the back rooms everybody's kind
Well,
of.
then it's high school,
Watch.
basically. You got the cliques, you know, you got the cool kids, you got the not so cool kids.
What?
Yeah, it is. It's very clicky.
Yeah,
Click
it's very
baby.
tribalistic here, that's true.
And there's
lesbians,
That's right. This man is a national treasure.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, too bad you.
lesbians,
What about the Transformers?
Well,
I
I'm
don't
definitely
know.
not a
Transformers.
cool kid. I'm too old to start now.
No, we more like the goth kids, you know. We listen to
The
Morrissey and
Gods?
shit.
Nah. That's no.
Oh man.
We're all basically in the same age group here, so what the hell would we considered towards? Because Abe always bring it. The Xers, the pre some fuck what? Obviously not boomers. Well, maybe now.
Oh, I think I'm Gen
New age
X.
boomers.
I think I'm
Alright.
Gen X. I don't know where the cutoff point is, but
Oh,
I
okay,
think I'm
Gen
Gen
X.
X. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Moo.
I think with Gen X, it's like mid, early late 70s. You know, like it ends somewhere around 75 to 77. I think. I'm not sure.
So what's the 80s?
Who knows?
I always
The
tell
ET.
I don't think this is against TOS because I'm not speaking to anyone individual. A bunch of faggots.
I always tell people I have
Was
standards
the
in how I
80s?
dress at the office. I'm Gen X, not a millennial.
All right, so I looked it up. So officially, Gen X is from 65 to the 80s, to 80. And then the
81.
millennials start at 81 till 96, and then it's Gen
So I'm a millennial, I guess. Or somebody snorted that.
I did because it's just the way you said millennial.
Yes, Zero, you're part of the problem. There you go.
amazing,
We're not part of the problem. So then, okay, so millennials from what, 80 something?
81
What?
to 96.
And then after that,
Then it's
the special
Gen
K.
Z. Oh, Gen Z.
Wait, what? Repeat that?
Oh, no, see, I'm Gen X. I'm 76, so that would place me firmly with Gen X.
That's right.
Fine, I'll
Speaking
be
of
fine
Gen
with
X,
damn
has anybody
millennials.
seen her around lately? I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah,
Sounds like a damn
I think
robot.
she's just
but
filled up with all the shit, you know.
yeah, people
Yeah.
like to make cracks about me being nearly 50. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, well, you know.
I'm not ashamed
Not
of
for another, what, 4 years?
it. 2.
5? 2?
Yeah.
Did you say her 40? Oh, no, that was Shelly. She went back
Shelley,
like 10
no,
years.
no, no,
I was
no,
like,
no, no,
yeah,
no,
you're
no,
47.
no, no, no,
Shut
no.
up.
Let's make no mistake. Shelley is 48 years old. She is the same age I am.
Oh, okay. So even cut that off by a year.
If Shelley is saying she's 45, she's lying. She's
No,
lying
she
down right.
said she was 37. I said, tack
And now,
on her. Why did you go
no,
backwards?
no.
10 years?
Oh, definitely not. No. Shelley's 48.
Well, I think
I
she was.
thought 47.
I think she was
Um,
being facetious. Like, I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, if he's speaking about. I'm talking about her saying that
Enlightenment
tonight.
mode.
I
it
think
was
he
earlier
was saying
tonight.
about tonight.
Like, yeah, tack on, put that 10 years back. But
I mean, not that I'm trying to defend that nut cutting psychopath. Who castrates a bunny?
Shelley.
Who the fuck?
wait, that's a fucking thing?
Who is Honey Bunny gonna fuck? And if he does,
Shelly.
if he does fuck somebody, I mean, what? Like,
You gotta start going.
I'm just saying.
I thought you had a female. Well, I still call it stew. I mean,
Still,
regardless.
one of my things is God. Shelley reminds me of this character that was on Doctor Who. Ugh,
I've seen of that, but I don't think I've really seen.
there's a freaking adipose nanny.
The only thing I can think of is Fran with that
No,
high
no. One like this. You'd have to be familiar with the show, but yeah.
Terry, we were talking the other night, and you said
Yeah.
y'all have gas stations over there.
Yes, yes.
No, they just
correct.
crawl out of the hole in there.
Were rabbits' feet on keychains ever a thing over there?
Yes, but that's in the past. So I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. No,
But
I was just
that's-
yeah.
yeah. But I remembered seeing them,
Why?
but I was a child. still,
Recently?
so-
Yeah, we had them here too. You don't see those much anymore, I don't think.
Unless they're like damn near 100 years old.
I mean, listen. I mean, people get older. You know, I don't know what to tell you. It happens.
Yeah, well, you know,
Right,
in
lucky-
serious case like liquor preserves, right? So he's not feeling the aging process as much.
That's true. There's a whole lot of things he ain't feeling.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Am I right?
That's why he thinks he's a millennial.
I am. I was born in 82.
All right. No
We're
fraud.
1182. You do the math.
Nah.
Barelineal. Barely a millennial.
What?
You won the lottery, sir.
Not yet. We don't even have a fucking lottery out here. Damn it.
You have no desert lottery.
Well, no, I'd have to go. Like,
So what's the high price? Like a bottle of water?
Water is pretty cheap.
Yeah, but eggs was the gold in the desert, right?
Well, that kind of fluctuates.
So, anyways,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sorry. That's
Now everybody's got to take a fucking drink. I don't give a fuck if you drink or
I'm
not.
not going to go to bed.
I got some good ones of him today. I got this is one of my favorites. My mouth is going crazy.
My mouth is going crazy.
Was that from earlier?
It was from a couple of days ago, you know, because I mean something happened. He had to take all his videos and shit down for some reason. But before all that happened, I just happened to be perusing his vast library of ramblings.
Yeah.
And
It's just so vast.
it was so vast, and then all of a sudden, it all just kind of disappeared. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Strange.
Damn well no.
Yeah, I do. I damn well know it.
Why is
Might-
that?
There might be nation states involved in that.
It's amazing you have a conversation. At this point in time. You know he's gonna come up to one day.
Terry,
Hey,
I did
who's
have
on the
to.
panel? He's gonna have another icon and just playing that shit. Fucking.
Terry, I did have to explain to Voodoo today about last night on Baby Loves when I was asking about shift happens, about the bowling pins and the bedposts because, like,
What?
she talks to some of those women on WhatsApp, you know, and I was like, this could sound bad and it could get out. I may have to head this one off at the pass. I mean, look, we've all seen videos. It doesn't mean I did anything to myself with them. You know, I mean,
That's right.
That's apparently when I abandoned people for what, about an hour and a half or something. Came back
Oh yeah, when you were supposed to play a video game that you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't fucking play a game. No, I was chatting with a few friends. Another one hops
Yeah, play a
in,
game.
fucking going off about some other shit, and then didn't get to play anything. But it's okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you guys can hear me. I lost my audio, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Bye. You abandoned us. I didn't abandon shit. I told you what I was doing. And then it came back, and then it ended and went elsewhere.
Yeah, because he came back like 2 hours later or something.
It wasn't that fucking long.
I guess so. Oh, Zero, yeah. Explain yourself. Squiz wants to know what games you play.
Lately, it's been Destiny 2, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. I got like a random bunch of shit here and there as far as indie games. Most of those are single player.
There you go.
There's a few others. I forgot what the fuck. A lot of them are co-op, but also single player co-op.
I gotta continue that Baldur's Gate 3. Great game.
Fucking everybody's trying to get me to pick that son of a bitch up. I was like, fuck the first two. The third,
No,
I'll
I think
wait till it
it's a
drops
great
on
game.
sale.
It's a great story and everything. It's just very time consuming. So it takes.
Review on the PC. Oh, Diablo 4 was ass. Fuck that shit. I
This
beat that
mic-
shit multiple times.
I'm gonna head over to AC's, y'all. Thanks for having me at bedtime.
AC's what?
All right. Thank you for coming up, Liz.
Later.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
If anybody, I don't know if anybody in here, Mammy, can you post a link to AC's?
Where's Nemi? Nemi's not here. Nemi's never here.
Mammy.
Because I'm actually liking Nemi's prayer kick that she's been on lately. I think that's great and awesome, and I hope she continues praying for the people that need it in the community.
You're talking about Nemi here, right?
Yeah.
As
Nemi
long as
also
he's
has
praying
a-
to Odin, I'm alright.
I
We have
Odin,
different
that
gods
dude's
here in
still
Europe,
mean, that's fine. Diversity is not a bad thing.
That's right. We're very diverse with our deities. Got one for everything.
Do you?
Well, yeah, I mean, Rebel ought to be used to that too, being his Greek heritage.
Oh yeah, but he's Greek Orthodox, right? So he's basically Catholic hardcore.
Next time anybody talks,
Okay, so they were whipped into that, right? Like literally whipped into it. Like if you don't profess what we want you to profess, we will whip you more than we're already whipping you.
don't give him time to look it up because it's spelled differently. But ask him what a euro is, right?
A euro,
I already know.
Currency?
Else knows. No.
a sandwich.
Yes.
Well, it's
But
not a
the
sandwich.
meat-
They call it a wrap, but really, I mean, it's a Greek
It's
sandwich.
lemon beef on a fucking thing, and a lot
That's
of
just-
people like to call it a gyro.
You know, a burrito is nothing but a Mexican sandwich. So
Yeah, that's
not
right.
even a damn sandwich.
Hey, bedtime clown, you're getting chastised on your knowledge about Norse
It's like
mythology.
a flour, corn, this, that. It's
Well,
like a damn taco. I mean, you stuff something in there and fuck it, whatever. It's like.
I mean, I was talking about Rebel. I don't know anything about Norse mythology. I don't know anything about any mythology, to
Oh,
be
dude,
honest.
it's the greatest
That's not
heaven ever.
mythology. Look
So
up
when-
the fuck I just told
when
you
you
what it
die-
was.
In battle, right? as a warrior, you've been summoned to Odin's court,
Fuck, I
and
almost
Uh,
started
every
calling it
time
gyro too,
you
just to
drink
piss
and
everybody off.
fight. It's like so
What's so many Greeks I
basically.
can piss off today? Can we get
well,
a gyro?
I mean, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Come
Because you
on.
prepare when Sutur, I guess it is like the fire
Shooter?
giant like destroys the earth or something.
What?
Brush up on it. It's quite complicated.
I might have
I
to.
just
Terry
know. I just
Griffin
know the
or
weather
Mike
you experienced earlier. There's some kind of anvil involved.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a preparation, I guess.
Woo.
Get ready, motherfucker, when you die. Well, I mean, my supposedly now passive, formerly really angry god that I believe in says the same thing. It's kind of, it's like, wow, I mean, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So,
Remember when you die alone. I forgot to mute this.
This motherfucker is pissing.
I'm looking for the mute thing. I can't
He's
find
dishing
it.
out like
listen, keep your hands on the steering wheel there, Zero. Just,
I'm
and be,
good.
he's
that's,
like a philosopher when he pisses. He's
yes,
like, "Oh, we all die."
it's very Diogenes, like drunk and fucking just pissing in the goddamn all over the internet.
Oh
All
my
right,
god, dude! All right, good for you, sir.
that's
Good to
another
know.
sound. That's another sound clip I need to get from
Yeah.
Austin Powers when they wake him up out of his sleep.
Yeah,
I
right.
forgot to mute it. You can't just stop ping. That kind of stings and it sucks. So fuck that.
You might want to see a doctor if it stings.
Yes.
Have you ever just started peeing and then try to stop peeing and you're telling me that shit doesn't hurt? Fuck you.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I had to continue.
I mean, it doesn't matter like what the circumstance is. Once I start, I don't stop.
Well, I've done it one time and I said never again. So I was like, well, fuck it.
That's
Everybody in the
this
world's
guy
gonna
was
hear it.
commitment.
Well, I
Also,
mean,
I'm taking shits on live streams too.
like I said, no matter what the circumstance, the damage once it happens is already done. It doesn't
Why
matter.
would it matter? You go into public bathrooms, you hear people fucking blowing out their assholes, this and that. Normally it's me because I could give two flying fucks. I'm like, try to be all. Oh, I bet you're both the fellows that are trying to like pop one out. I can't make this. I'll give you a story. I think it was like last week when I went down to Costco before I rolled in. I was like, fuck this, drop me off. Oh, my stomach is fucking up. I need my ass. Otherwise, I'm going to shit my pants or I'm going to blow out this fucking truck. Drop me off.
Like Otis from the Andy Griffith Show.
Ran in. Oh, dude, I blew out that fucking toilet. I didn't give a fuck. Two sides of me, motherfuckers are just hanging out in the fucking toilet listening to their damn phones. And I'm just because I'm fucking sweating. I'm like,
You think they're listening?
Fuck. Oh, everybody heard that.
You think they were recording it for a live stream later, maybe like a prank call or something?
Because I've already done it on a live stream multiple times. And when I'm gaming sometimes, and I got the headset on, I was like, oh, gotta go. And I can't pull the fucking goddamn headset off quick enough. I'm like, fuck it, you're coming with me.
Dude,
And then forget to mute it. Oh, yeah. No, it's funny as hell. Holding on for dear life. The rocket ship has taken off. That kind of explosive fucking shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I did that once when I don't know what it was exactly anymore, but some fuck shit was going on, right? So I scheduled a stream like my opinions on the certain going ons and shit, right? and then I streamed just like diarrhea sounds for I guess like half an hour or something.
Are you
No.
Terry? Are you a Mr. Bungle fan at all?
I
Listen,
Holy shit!
don't
Why
know who
did
that
you even
is.
bring that up? Get the fuck
okay.
out of here.
Yeah, there's a. Well, you know who Faith No More is, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Mike Patton had a side project of like
Oh, okay.
basically super musicians back in the early '90s up through the mid
Mr.
2000s, and
Bungle.
Mr. Bungle was the name of the band, and their first
Yep.
self-titled album. I don't remember what it is. It's at the end of one of the songs. It's just it's exactly what you describe.
They had some fucked up shit on a couple
Dude,
albums, and they
but
went
this
into
guy was
some
committed
other-
too. I mean, it's on YouTube, the diarrhea sounds video, right? But it was not just one sound loop. No, this motherfucker, dude, he was committed. It was a fresh sound every time. So there went some production value in that video. Too.
Well, you know, Katie, not to be too gross, but it's late, and I'm sure most of the audience is gone. But Katie was watching those videos the other day of people with like a fart machine or whatever, the sound, and
Yeah,
catching
that's
people's reactions, in public places. And listen, man, a while back, I had started, I was having some issues and health issues, and I'd started on this medication, and that fucking shit. It said one of the side effects would be like an upset stomach, and I mean, they say diarrhea and all that.
never trust the bird.
Fucking the gas. Oh my god. Listen, when it's your own and you're like, damn, that's a good one, that shit got old real fucking fast. Like I was even ashamed of myself, which is saying a lot. It was bad. No, I couldn't even. There were nights I couldn't even sleep in
You were
the
clearing
bedroom with my
yourself
wife
out?
because she would wake me up. She would fucking like start pushing me in the middle of the night and be like, "Get the fuck out!" I'm not kidding you. But back to what Katie was watching, because I was thinking, well, that's funny and all, but there's nothing like having that kind of gas and just being in the grocery store and standing there looking at something, or Walmart, and let one of those go, and it's not audible, it's silent, but god
The
damn, the
silent but
fucking
deadly ones.
oh, I'm talking super
I'll
fun. This is
yeah,
like a
the old
nuclear
process.
fucking fallout. You can almost feel like it doesn't leave your clothes, and people get this look on their face, and I start getting the same look. Like I'll just be standing there looking at something on the shelf, and I start crinkling my nose, and I'm like, oh my god. And I turn and I look, and they're going, oh my god, and I'm like, oh, that's just awful. What the fuck? And just I'm the one that did it.
You gotta blame it on the dude next to you. You're like, dude.
Like, my god, man.
I've done it a few times.
They'll sit there and be like, I didn't do that. And I'll be like, well, I certainly didn't do it. I mean, look at me. Like, I would fucking do something like that. That's crazy.
If you see me with a smile on my face and I'm like 3 aisles down because I already cleared out 3 of them.
Well, I
Or
can tell you
just hear me
when
laughing
when
across the store.
when I did my army service in Germany, like I was a gunner in a tank, right? Yeah, I can tell you in these tanks, dude. It's always. It's not always. It's
Like
not
looking for a
always,
fucking self-destruct button. Get out of this fucking thing.
yeah. And then you're in an exercise. You cannot open the hatch and shit.
Dude, I mean, I can almost empathize, man, because I used to work in elevators, you know what I mean? And when you're doing like renovation work, or something like that, and you've got the damn car in between floors, you've got it shut down, you're in there with your mechanic or you're in there with your helper, and one of you, and you just turn to each other and go, why? Well, wait, why? That's all I can say is why. I can't believe you're doing this to me. It's not right.
Elevators in general, especially when they get stuck, are the best.
Dude, let me tell you, if you knew the dander and the dandruff and the hair and the skin
Oh
and
yeah.
the just general dirt on the top of a fucking elevator, all I gotta say is if the fire department ever ends up on the top of that motherfucker and opening the
Oh, it's all
hatch,
coming down here.
do
all
two
fast.
things. Don't be bleeding. If you have an open wound, don't touch any fucking thing and keep your eyes closed when they open the hatch. That's all I can say. You're
Oh,
likely
if I
to
ever
get
farted
something
once,
really
I'd open.
disgusting in your mouth or catch some kind of infectious fucking disease.
Protein. Yummy.
Fucking gross.
Protein, he says.
On the flip side, though, you would be really shocked at what is writing on the tops of elevators and like, how the fuck did that get there? I mean, we found all kinds of shit. Ladies' purses, I mean, beer bottles.
There's mishaps, this and that. Or a lot of people open up the top. Well, I don't know about most buildings anymore. Pop that thing open and just toss that fucker out of there. Or when
Well,
you open the doors and there ain't shit there, and somebody goes to take a leap of fall of faith. That's happened a few times too.
yeah.
No.
I mean, there was a woman killed about 2 years ago. She was the mechanic. Her helper, they weren't communicating properly, and one I guess didn't hear the other one when they said car up or car down, whichever way it was, and she was going to step through the threshold into the floor right when the guy ran the car down, and I mean just severed her right in fucking half.
Oh.
The elevator industry is one of the most dangerous industries to work in the world.
I don't like elevator.
Most
I'll
reasons.
take the fucking stairs. I don't give a fuck if it's 500 flights up.
Yeah, and it
I mean,
I call bullshit on that, especially if you're having a hard time holding your bowels while you're playing a fucking video game. I'm just saying.
well, I'll
Don't
just shut down the fucking middle of the fucking whoever it falls on. Fuck it.
Yes, seen that too.
I mean, sometimes you have that spur of moment, you're like, and there's other times when you trusted the fart and it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
You feel
I had
that cold or warm thing going down your leg, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I had a-
Gotta lay down, gotta hop in the shower, be back in a minute. That's
Sometimes
when
you fart, and then you have to take a shit too.
Yeah, I had a coworker of mine. He liked to drink. Well, we all did back then, and he came in one morning and we were in our shop, and he sat down in my chair at my table, and he was just all leaned back with his legs spread open, and he's got his face is all red and shit, like he looks at me and he kind of disheveled, and he goes, "There's a pair of my underwear in the Home Depot parking lot." I was like, all right. That's great. Been there.
And this is why I always travel with a couple extra underwears, sometimes some pants.
Well, you could always do like some of the people in the community do emo and just wear diapers. I mean, that seems to work for some.
I can't just, dude, if I got issues with shit either running down my leg, how the fuck do you think I'm going to sit there in it? No.
Well, you can change the diaper.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Terry's. He's onto it. Yeah. I was thinking you would just change it, but they do have those. I don't know, for those parents that like really like to abuse their kids, like the extra absorbent, so they can just leave them in their shitty and pissy diapers for an extended period of time.
Till they can change it
I don't know
themselves.
how
Yeah, I
you
mean, you
just
don't have all day to be
that.
changing
Fuck
diapers. I
that.
mean, God, these kids are such a pain in the ass, you know? I mean, I've got other shit to do.
Always a needy.
The
See, right?
smell, and you're just, ooh, it's squishy, it's nice and no, fuck, no, nope, no diapers.
Well, all right, guys, I've got to get the fuck off of here.
Yeah, good call, good call.
And I don't want anybody to forget that you know, you let it happen.
You motherfucker! You piece of shit!
That's right. Always remember. Always remember, people. It's your fault.
That's right.
See you around. Have a good one.
Fault.
All right,
Bye.
Terry, man. Thanks for coming up.
All right,
No
you-
problem.
both of you have a
Later.
good night.
All right, Zero. Thanks for coming up, man. Take it easy, and thanks all of you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in and listening to us. Yeah, and Abe, man, you kept asking like why people block you and time you out and that kind of shit, and I was doing a puzzle with my wife, so I couldn't even be bothered to give you even a slight insult in your chat, and it's not even an insult, it's the truth. You're a needy motherfucker, dude. You're fucking needy. And I mean, nobody's got time for that. It's too much and it's retarded. So I don't know how you get over that or get around that, being so needy, but that, to me, that's the one thing that I see that sticks out. I mean, aside from your habitual lying, your delusions of grandeur, and your scheming, backstabbing ways, the bottom line is you're just a needy sack of shit, and I think that's pretty much why people block you and time you out. So, anywho, y'all have a good night and a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the other side later.